What's up, guys? Third live. We're trying to go 2-1 record. The Phillies going for our fourth straight in a row, looking like ourselves a little bit more. Tucker Davidson versus Zach Eflin. Obviously, for Tucker, he should have an advantage at least the first time through the order with the Phillies, because this is the first time through the major leagues for Tucker, and more of the same. I would like him to attack with that fastball, and if he doesn't like a matchup, you can have competitive walks. You obviously don't want 5 walks, but they were nice and strategic against the Nationals and Juan Soto last time. So just attack, no walks, make him earn it. Should be decent matchup for him with a lot of lefties, Harper, and things of that nature. So it just keep the momentum going, get the 4 straight, and hopefully finally get over 500 for Eflin. Against our offense, he's kind of had a rebirth in changing his repertoire. Instead of pitching up in the zones, he started pitching down in the zone, and he's been very, very effective. So, but you got to be patient because you want to get into that bullpen. Excuse me, like we did last night.
Opportunity to go out there and start a ball game again tonight. It's his first road start of his major league career and an important one for the ball club. If Atlanta wins, at long last, they'll get above 500 in 2021.
Coke is good. Does Ronald get 100? Maybe he gets it to lead off the game. That's a nice round feather in the cap milestone. He would be the 3rd fastest Brave to get to that mark. I believe only 386 games or thereabouts. I think I saw that stat earlier on Twitter. Ronald Acuna Jr. is just a different breed, and I'm really hoping that Freddie gets multiple balls to fall, because I feel like he should just not look at his batting average anymore this year. Just like put a card over it, because you say he's had like 5 hits in his last 28 at bats with about 10 lineouts mixed in. So I'm really not worried about Freddie. He's still putting up really good at bats and things of that nature, but the lineup continues to be lengthened with Abraham Almonte coming up with big hits, William Contreras doing his thing at the plate last night, Austin Riley doing Austin Riley things, 313 average, 11 bombs, and 31 RBIs, I believe, and a lot of doubles along with Ozzie Albies. I guess Dansby, Riley, and Ozzie are the double brothers, or maybe that's what I'll start calling them, but we're going to look to get off to a good start against Zach Eflin. He's had a rebirth with changing his mindset, going from pitching high in the zone to pitching low in the zone. And I don't even know why he started pitching high in the zone, because if you're trying to go higher than high, you usually miss 5 out of 7 times, because that's not a pitcher's mindset. Low in the zone, like Chip Carey always says, the ground ball never goes out of the ballpark. So him changing his repertoire in that regard has really, really helped him. So we'll see what happens. But we've seen Eflin a lot. Dansby Swanson eats his lunch, and he's been on a good roll. Yes, last night, notwithstanding with a defensive gaffe a little bit, or a play that Dansby usually makes, and a double play with the bases loaded in the 5th. But making a lot more contact, striking out less, equals a good thing for Dansby. Ronald Acuna Jr., thank God he is on our team. Whew. I can't believe he's only had one walk-off, probably just because one walk-off homer, that is. He's had 3 walk-off hits.
Memorable mammoth home runs, and in just 23 years and 173 days old. Some impressive numbers there by the Braves' dynamic leadoff man. 367 games, hitting 282, 399.
He is going to crush through
Another ball in the next 8 days. He'll become the 8th
some milestones.
to hit that 100 home run mark, surpassing Bryce
Some milestones. 3. He'll get 400 hits tonight, probably 400 runs, and I wouldn't put it past him to get that 101 tonight either. He's just a stat sheet stuffing monster, and it's so much fun to watch. This lineup kind of finding its own after the unfortunate Ozuna situation, and kind of just being themselves and not trying to do too much and trying to replace the potential production of Ronald Acuna Jr. And we've seen Heredia have several doubles, and Almonte's starting to come around with the eagle eye walks and the big hits and the putting the ball in play. He has a little bit of speed as well. So I'm just really liking the direction we're going, and the comeback win last night, a lot more like the Braves of the last 3 years. We were a disastrous 1-20 after trailing after 6 innings. So we got 2 in that win column. So hopefully we can just start early, tic-tac-toe, add on, and just have some fun.
4 of those now, including tonight. We're going against the Braves. His last 4, he's not been very good. 0-4 with a 5.56 ERA, 14 earned runs in 22 2/3 innings. So Braves catching him at the right time too.
Strike down and away. Sinker. What worries you is Eflin hasn't had the best starts recently. 5.56 ERA, 14 runs in 20-some innings. And Tom Glavine just said he's due for a good one. Hopefully we can continue his miseries tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes, spit on a dirt ball fastball.
62% of his pitches in his last start. So he fills up the zone, and the Braves.
Another inside fastball, back to 2-2.
You've used the term throwing a lot of strikes or maybe too many strikes. You look at the strikeout to walk ratio for Eflin, that might lead you to think this might be a candidate for that conversation. Yeah, he's strikes looking. He
down at the bottom of the zone on a fastball. It was a strike, but that's all right. That was a perfect pitch. 3 perfect fastballs. Gets Acuna, but that looked like it was gonna be low. But nice movement on that one for Eflin, unfortunately.
Caused him a lot of problems. So you see, he got a good fastball. He attacks his own with it, but hasn't had the
outside on Freddie. 1-0.
So he strikes out Acuna to start the night. That brings up Freddie Freeman, who was 1 for 5 with an RBI last night. Freddie at 229 on the season.
He's painting that fastball right now. Painting.
95-mile-an-hour sinker. And if he can put it down there consistently all night, he's going to be tough. And he has been tough against the Braves. 7 earned runs in 19 2/3 innings.
Not a strike. Ooh, Joe West.
Freeman didn't think much of that.
Oh, this Joe West strike zone is going to be a joyous roller coaster ride. Not.
1-2 pitch. Tried to come back, and
that was more of a strike than the 89-mile-an-hour cutter, I believe it was. Maybe a slider.
Was hitless last night. But first things first, let's see what Freddie can do with nobody aboard. Swing and a miss, something off speed.
Change up, got Freddie back-to-back strikeouts.
fewer than 7 innings. Yeah,
Word.
Changeup right there did not
Word.
look like a changeup. This guy 562 slugging against it. That was nasty.
That changeup dropped off the table.
For those who think the win for a pitcher doesn't matter, would use this stat to support that argument. During this 4-game losing streak, Tommy, the Phillies have only given him 10 runs.
Well, true. I mean, now it's tough to go out there, obviously, and pitch when you're not getting runs.
Well, we did it with 2 outs last night. We'll see what Oz can do.
In that regard.
And so unlike
Outside sinker, 1-0.
the 6th inning last night.
Well, if anything's an indication with Joe West strike zone early, swing, boys, swing, boys.
The first 2 hitters.
Inside.
And it's almost like I'd almost rather
Fastball.
that than the 6 days in between starts, because then you can't really do much. I think with those 3 extra days, you're going to get 2 more times probably in the bullpen to work on stuff if you want to, you know. So
Fouled off,
I think
2-1.
that's an opportunity where you could really get into working on stuff in your bullpen. Whereas when you only have 1 or maybe 2 extra days, you might spread out your bullpens, but you're not going to spend an extended period of time working on anything.
2 balls and a strike.
High fastball,
Influence commanding
94.
up and down. Ozzie wants to make sure it was a strike. Joe West says yes.
Yeah, you swung at it. That's probably what he's telling you.
Of course. Joe's not going to get second guessed ever. So the 2-2 pitch for all these is hammered and fair past Hoskins.
Double me, double me, double me, double me, maybe triple me, maybe triple me. Helmet flying equals a good thing. Oz, 2-out triple. That a baby.
His 4th 3-base hit. And Atlanta's in business with 2 outs in the first inning.
Helmet flying equals a good thing for Ozzy.
Continues his hot hitting in the first inning, coming in tonight, hitting 500 in the first inning. Tops in the National League and did it again.
Freddie would have got that ball
Right inside the foul line.
perfectly.
And once that ball went down
Laced.
the corner, Ozzy wasn't stopping.
So it sets up for Atlanta for the
So no hitter, gone, boys. Come on, Riley.
Position in 2 outs. That's Austin Riley. And the first pitch is lined softly to second. And
I thought he got more of that. Lined. I guess he got it in on him enough line to Segura to end that threat, but soft liner. But I thought he got more of that. Darn it. But no hitter gone, and that's a good thing. Couple of strikeouts by Freddie and Ronald, but those were perfect pitches, and Eflin got one on Freddie because that was not a strike on that outside slider, but you don't really know what the strike zone is with Joe West inning to inning, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully Tucker can have easy time of it, or easy breezy first to settle in. It being his first.
After months and months of work from home, we're more than ready to work from work.
Career road start.
It is with Fellows Air Purifiers.
It'd be nice in the bandbox that it is.
Capture airborne coronavirus and show you the air is clean.
Is
why the most prepared workplaces
can be a pitcher's nightmare, but hopefully he's being able to get the ball on the ground. Wow, I can't talk. To let his defense work, and hopefully we won't have as many. Although mostly good defensive adventures, hopefully we'll have a nice clean game in that regard tonight as well, because it's been a bit spotty. We won a 4-error game, and then the 8-run disastrous 5th inning, the first game against the Dodgers. A couple plays weren't made. So see how he establishes the fastball slider combo.
And that leads us to my 4 keys for tonight's ball game. No let up. We talked about it. Braves are 1-3 in a row, and they've done it against 3 good pitchers. So keep that going. And for Tucker Davidson, keep building. You've done a nice job in your 2 starts. You've earned this opportunity to stay in the rotation.
But the thing about Eflin is he's going to be around the strike zone, so get your pitch. And I think we kind of got that in the first inning, so hopefully they were observing the game in that regard. Painted fastball, 95. The ultimate pest, Gene Segura, slides up one spot into the leadoff spot, 94. Right down the middle, 0-2 quickly. Exactly what we like. Tucker has started 4 ball games for us.
On the ground, diving stop dance. We could play.
Yeah, nice play, dance. Dive and stop, Robin Gene Segura. On that one, very, very nice to see. Really good defensive play to start it. Tucker's only started 4 ball games for us. Made his debut last year against Boston. Has started against the Mets and Nationals. He was a 2016 draft pick of the Braves, I believe.
Change something just because they're on them. Is that accurate?
I mean,
JT Realmuto up at the dish.
Just yet. I think he wants to win. Don't get me wrong. But I think for him, he knows.
High outside fastball, but really good to see him be aggressive.
Giving the team a chance to win. So just continue to do that. And if the cards fall the right way, and you end up winning a ball game, then so be it.
He's got a legit
2-0.
93-94 curveball, changeup, but it's that slider, Tom, that you talked about. That's been a real difference.
Yeah,
2-0, 2-0, 2-0.
Has really elevated him and elevated his game. And look, if you have that one secondary pitch that you know you can count on, then you're really on your way.
Woo. Slider on a 2-1 count, on a 2-0 count rather. There is nothing is considered a hitter's count anymore. That was a nasty slider. Sunk out of sight. Back-to-back sliders inside corner. Cutter, slider thing.
Moved just enough for Realmuto to swing and miss.
2-2. Back in the count.
Anyway, those last 2 pitches, the curveball, the one before, and that one, they come out in the same slot. One obviously breaks a lot. That one just kind of broke in on Realmuto's hands and fooled him a little bit.
Driven toward right, and that'll drop in front of Acuna.
A single on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Just took it where it was pitched. 96. Good attack.
You would think first time through, Davidson's going to have an advantage until the Phillies get a chance to see him. Then the cat and mouse game will begin. But Realmuto
just
got something up in his own, and with 2 strikes,
didn't get it down enough.
He threw a good cutter there to get in on Realmuto to get to strike 2, trying to go fastball away, elevated. Realmuto
didn't get it down enough, but Realmuto
drove it into right field for a base hit.
Did what you're supposed to do with it. Harper up at the dish. Hopefully he gets into a double dip.
With the left-hander on the mound, Segura first. Realmuto second, Harper third. Odubel Herrera out of the lineup. Last night, Bryce Harper
first curveball, dirt ball, 1-0.
First homer this year against a left-handed pitcher. It was against Drew Smiley, who didn't factor in the decision last evening. Smiley went 4 1/3, giving up 3 runs, 5 hits.
Limited touch.
Braves won 9-5, thanks to some excellent relief work.
93, right on by.
It's an even count.
1-1. He's on the attack. That's the good thing.
Oh my God, that's Bryce Harper.
Well, listen, I can't speak for him, but I know I did it, right? I mean, oh my God, that's Darryl Strawberry. Oh my God, that's Mike Schmidt. Oh my God, what am I doing?
Well,
outside fastball, hit the glove. Just two outside on that one. 2-1.
But that aha moment is really, I'm sure, eye-opening in a lot of different ways. Not only, oh my gosh, these are really great players I'm facing, but oh my gosh, I can get him out too.
Yes, you do. You get over the being starstruck. relatively quickly, and then
Slider outside 3-1.
you're just trying to get guys out.
Well, if there has been, I don't want to say a concern, but if there has been a little bit of a flashing warning.
You don't want to walk people in this bandbox. You don't want to do it.
Yeah, I mean that's a little bit high. Obviously, I think part of that obviously is your tendency when you come up here. You feel like, as I've said so many times, you feel like naturally you have to be better than you were in AAA, and you do to some extent. But it's not that your pitches.
3-1 slider, walk, first and second, one out.
Your pitches have to be so much better. It's just that your quality of your
Come on, Tuck.
has to be the consistency.
Work out of it, bud. You're good.
Curveball, it got guys out in AAA, we'll get guys out in the big leagues. Now the hanger won't. So you got to stay away from the bad ones more often, if that makes sense.
And that was, I guess, the inelegant way I was asking you about changing something, right? By having faith in what got you here in the first place.
Yeah, what got you here is good.
Come on, bud.
Now, as I've said often,
Make
the
him earn
hard
it.
part once you get here is to do it consistently, time in and time out. You can get away with some inconsistencies in the minor leagues if you're just better than everybody else. You're not going to be that at this level. So your consistency has to be higher. Your quality pitches has to be more. Not better, right? Just more.
Oh, Joe West a split the plate fastball right down the middle, and he got a ball. The adventures of Joe West strike zone and the adventures of Major League Baseball strike zones continues.
Tucker could use a double play ball off the bat of Hoskins. The pitch. Swing and a high fly ball to left, but he got under it. And Almonte.
I thought that was a 3-run Jimmy Jack, but luckily he got under that one.
Number 2. Every time the ball goes to left, you hold your breath. And
Yeah.
not there, we're in it.
Whew. He must have got under that or got a little off the end or something, because that was close. But
Yeah, it happened a number of times last
Fly
night,
out.
and that ball tonight. I mean, you just knowing the history of that ballpark, knowing how the ball carries in that ball.
all it is a loud out.
Every time the ball is hit in the air to left field, you're holding your breath. Because like I said, we
Hard
can't
you throw.
necessarily tell here how hard it was hit. You can see where it's going. You can see the trajectory, and like I said, knowing the ballpark's history, you just think, uh-oh.
Andrew McCutchen, the batter, 1 for 5 last night. McCutchen had a hot streak going before the Braves came to town.
Inside slider.
15,
Ball 1.
3 homers, 2 doubles, and 5 runs.
Andrew McCutchen, he's one of my favorites, and I hate when he plays the Braves because I like him so much, but I not here, obviously.
That was a big factor in their 9-5 win. As this one is cracked to left, Almonte on the run.
Woo! A nice rolling, tumbling catch on a line drive, screaming Mimi. Replace your divot, Abe Almonte, but that was a web gem as well. Some really good flash in the leather defense. Bails out Tucker Davidson. Thank you. And it is 0-0 as we head to the top of the second. Let's get some runs and keep adding on, boys. Whew, that was close. Really good read and really good play on that ball. I didn't think there was a possibility of a catch there, but Abe got our back. And I hate commercials, so we are going to do some remote gymnastics while there are commercials. Ooh. Florida State's just on a magic carpet ride again. Exact same thing they did in 2019. And they have, wow, up 2-0 quickly after the 8-4 victory on yesterday. yesterday. Woo.
Small town.
All right. A lot of action for no runs so far, which is kind of fine with me, but with Joe West strike zone, we've got to be in there swinging.
Well, Tommy, the Braves fans have begun to boom, and not only that, they're doing it against quality pitching. That's the subject of our next piece.
55 extra base hits since May 21st. It feels like it. And it feels really, really good. Getting homers are great, but the triples and the doubles and the stealing and then getting the homer has been fabulous. And the walks and the singles and the stuff, we're mixing it in nicely like a lovely, lovely offensive melting pot. So hopefully Dansby can get it started 1-1. You're going to get strikes in for Eflin. He doesn't really walk people, so hopefully we can take advantage of that.
11 extra base hits, 12 RBIs. And doing that, putting it in play this time to Alec Bohm, who airmails.
Woo! Oh, Alec Bohm airmailed that one. That was a simple, easy, breezy grounder, and I guess it just sailed on. It definitely sailed on him. I just. Phew. You get one over Reese Hoskins' head, you're doing something pretty bad.
So that's the old adage in a nutshell. Put it in play and something productive might happen. Put pressure on the Phillies defense.
And the Phillies, for all their additions, all their changes, all the things they're trying to do, if they're not going to play better defense, then they're not going to go far.
Abraham Almonte trying to move him around. Outside fastball.
Noah's a ground ball guy. Wheeler's a ground ball guy. Eflin's a ground
Look, we've had some spotty defense over the last couple of weeks, and the statistics say we haven't had a great defense, but typically we've done pretty well despite some spotty stuff of late. But we're getting back to our vacuum type of defense. He called that on Freddie, down fastball, hit the line, but 2-0. Got one on the house there, I think. Abraham there.
But you don't want to take those liberties with Joe West. He won't put up with an awful lot of dugout bantering here. That one a strike, 2-1 to count.
Yeah, definitely not as much as we saw last night. But
maybe a hit and run possibility here. 2-1 on made him throw a strike fastball.
But tonight, different story with Joe back there. You might hear a little bit, but you're not going to hear anything too extended.
2 balls and a strike for Almonte, the 6th place hitter for Atlanta.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that we all know who Joe West, Angel Hernandez, CB Buckner are. I mean, Joe West is like the.
For Joe West. More on Bill Clem a little bit later. What an amazing figure he was. As that strike, Realmuto waits a moment just to make sure.
Slider 2-2. Gotta swing the bat. Hey, come on, bud. Don't put it in Joe West's hands.
Last night. So did that kid. William Contreras, the Braves catcher, he had 3.
2-2. Don't put it in Joe West's hands. Check of the runner Dansby there. As we have been more aggressive on the base pass of late. Come on, Abe. Don't want to hit. You didn't do a double play, but
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Is chop foul.
chopped
Sid
foul.
makes clean play. Yes, indeed she does. It's Andrea tonight down the right field line.
24 pitches, sort of making Eflin work with no outs in the second.
Well, remember, they booed Santa Claus, so
Yes, they did.
got to be on top of your game if you are in Philly pinstripes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On a beautiful night in Philadelphia, 79 degrees.
Good take there. Good take there. 87-mile-an-hour cutter, slider. I wonder if we'll have Dansby go. Realmuto is a heck of a backstop back there. I don't think I would risk it. We might. Who knows? Ball 4. Great at bat. Great at bat. I don't think he. Do a job, Willie. Do a job.
And that brings up William Contreras. What a night for the Contreras family. Both big league catchers and homers.
Oh, nice.
Productive out, but at the very least.
Home run there, a couple of singles, a 3-0 home run. Base hit as well. Smith gave him a great line, the 3-0 count, and got a ball down the middle and did what you should do with it to get the 3-0 green line. Drove it into center field for a base hit.
Productive out, bud. Come on. At the very least, do a job.
Getting on base and turning it over, that's how you get to the 6, 7, 8, 9 runs a game roll that this team seems to be on right now.
Come on, Willie. Come on, Willie.
First and second with nobody
First
out.
and second, no outs. Down fastball, dirt ball 1-0.
Falling behind these Atlanta hitters. Ball 1.
Yeah, like you say, normally with his stuff, sink, change up there, you'd be thinking, all right, I'm just one pitch away, ground ball, double play, but that hasn't been a big part of his game.
94 sinker painted. He went back to the old Ronald Freddie of the first inning where he's just painted that one 1-1.
Even count for the Braves kid catcher William Contreras. Swanson, the lead runner at second. And there's the big breaking ball.
Chased a breaker, but really, really good pitch. 1 and 2. Got to protect the plate now, bud. Come on. I don't know how Contreras does great things with the plate with not bending his knees. It's very unique and odd and amazing to watch.
The 1-2 pitch is outside.
Good take, good take. Spin on a 94 sinker, down and away. Tries to go in, he's got to get it. Great piece of hitting.
He's going to stop. How about that piece of hitting? He went down.
Woo! Bases loaded, no out, station to station, because Willie C hit that too hard.
It's almost one of those ones where you can't quite tell if he was just fooled or if he was just really trying to go that way, but
he picked the sinker down and away and
fired up into the hole. Good piece of hitting.
fought that thing off into the shift that hole. Absolutely amazing.
He's a pretty good bad ball hitter.
What's up? What's up, Terry? How you doing? Come on, GH. Come on, GH. Do something good, bud.
Look at what the Braves have done. Error, walk, single, they're loaded.
Come on, GH. Productive out, bud.
Acuna.
Do a job.
Great chance to score the game's first run right here. Already 0 for 4 last night.
Oh,
Ugh.
that was his best one. And Mass,
The Braves have been much more effective with runners in scoring position.
a fastball right down Broadway, and he fouled it straight back. Great swing.
He's come out of nowhere to really solidify.
Come on, GH. Come on, GH.
Defensively with the bat. But with the struggles
Come on,
of
GH.
Christian Pache. No balls in a strike. A Brave at every base.
Good take. Good take. Slider.
Even count.
Slider missed.
With
1-1.
scoring position this year, Heredia is hitting .333. 8 for 24. He has scored 16 runs and 9.
White wine does sound good.
Holmes coming home. The throw pulled Realmuto up the line. They get the force play.
Dang it! A chopper to Bohm.
That's not what Heredia was hoping for.
Chopper to Bohm. They force out Dansby Swanson.
That was hit hard enough. Even with a better throw. To turn 2.
Ooh, he almost pulled Realmuto off the plate there. But now it's Tucker Davidson. I'm not sure.
Yeah, a couple more feet. That would have been in the batter's box. On deck circle, I beg your pardon.
After he airmailed the first ground ball of the inning, I'm sure he was.
Tucker Davidson trying to help himself.
That was.
Come on, Tuck.
Let JT catch it.
Or he might just stand there and give.
Becomes the key man of the inning. Bases loaded for him, and 1 out. What you don't want here is double play. You want at the very least to get a
93 right down the pipe. Taken for a strike. Come on, Tuck.
Fly ball of depth on a score Almonte. Let's see if Davidson can provide that. He's down a strike.
Down fastball, barely missed. 1-1. Yeesh. So GH was the key man there, but put in play, just not the right spot. '94 fastball painted away. 1-2.
Not doing much ambushing on that. No.
Dang it. It's going to really stink to let Eflin wiggle off this one. Hopefully not.
Already 37 pitches. And Davidson takes strike 3. He'll sit down. Braves will take that. Yep. Because now there's no.
Come on, Ronnie. Come on, Ronnie. Well, he didn't hit into a double play and didn't hurt himself, so positives. Positives. We'll see what Ronnie can do.
99 career homers. How about a grand slam for number 100? That'd be a nice way for that milestone.
Come on, Ronnie. Find some green. Find some green.
Most of these Braves hitters.
'96 painted away, ball 1. I guess it sounded like a ball because that was exactly the pitches that he threw to Acuna to get him on strike 3 the first time. So, wow. Okay. Take advantage, bud.
The game's first out. The pitch. Swing and foul back. Good. Cut, even count.
We missed a couple fastballs right down the middle. Put great swings on them. Just haven't got the results yet. 1-1.
Reputation is a good ball strike umpire warranted, Tom?
It is, yeah. He does a good job back there.
Come on, Ronnie. Come on, Ronnie.
1 ball, 1 strike. Again, bases loaded for Atlanta. Now 2 outs in the second inning.
Slider away, swung and missed. 1-2. Come on, protect the play, bud. Come on, you're good.
How good that changeup is, but we've also seen how inconsistent it can be. You said
that was amazing changeup. Come on, Ronnie. Come on, Ronnie. Come through, bud.
See if he's thinking that might be where he wants to go, but does something else to get to it.
Bouncing ball next to third. Bohm steps
Dang it!
back and Eflin pitches out of bases loaded. Nobody out.
Grounder to Bohm on a 93 sinker.
Second we go
But that's the problem with missing a couple of meatball fastballs. And dang it. Well, we made him work at least. But that's a shame. Willie C hit that ball too hard for Dansby to score, unfortunately. And then the bottom of the lineup, once Guillermo couldn't come through, it's a little iffy. And good pitches by Eflin. That one stings. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Words. Here, 8 bases loaded, no out, not being able to score, but made him work 41 or 2 pitches, and got to give him some credit. He made really good pitches when he had to. So.
If necessary, we will be back here tomorrow night for a winner-take-all Game 3. We will go in the afternoon, 3 Eastern on ESPN. For more information.
Well.
You know, I'd like to try to 2 free smartphones.
I was hoping that'd bounce over Bohm, and we didn't force him to make another throw. All right. Easy breezy. Tough. Excuse me. Allergies there.
On Valley Sports is presented by Truist. Kelly Kroll, Tom Leonard, Chip Carey from our Truist Park Studios. Braves had him loaded, nobody out, bottom part of the lineup up, and couldn't break through for Tucker Davidson, who got through his first inning unscathed. He'll start the second with Bohm.
Don't know if he wanted to try a squeeze there. Obviously.
And for Tucker making his first big
can't think about it now, but
against the Phillies tonight. A former 19th round pick by the Braves back in 2016.
Yep, good dude.
And in this day and age, Tom, a real rare bird. He had over 400 minor league innings.
Yeah, I mean, that's, like you said, that's a lot for nowadays.
And not only that,
92 mile an hour fastball.
Yeah, he pitched well in the and look, maybe this is a guy who maybe
swung and missed by Bohm, who still has not touched the plate.
Right, that's a hard thing to do. Start developing a new pitch at the big league level. A lot of times, guys are on the way out the door when they figure out they need to do something.
I love my pumpkin seeds.
For Alec Bohm, and it's served into right field, a base hit.
Base hit on a hanging slider.
Put their leadoff man on, and Luke Williams is coming up.
He's not really fooling anybody right now, but he is attacking, so that's a bit of a positive, but usually when the team leaves the bases loaded, doesn't score, hopefully they don't score, but youngster Luke Williams, speedster, got his first.
He's had some personal issues to deal with. Odubel Herrera's been out there. Scott Kingery's been out there. Roman Quinn tore up an Achilles again. I mean, it's been a true revolving door.
Inside fastball, got him in the count. 1-0.
So we'll see how far Williams can run with his opportunity. Getting the start tonight, right-hand hitter.
Hopefully he can get a ground ball here, at least get one. Williams has a bunch of speed, as we saw last night, so we'll see.
And a good cut, a high fastball.
High fastball, 93, foul back.
Love those shots of kids when they make their debut, seeing the family, the mom and dad.
Yeah, it's stuff they'll never forget.
You and them sitting in the box seats, having a blast last night. So rewarding. The pitch in the dirt.
Good block by Willie
All the
there.
sporting goods store to buy new
1-2.
cleats and the pants and the belt and the shirt and the gloves and all that goes with that. And then you're in the show where all you have to do is show up and your locker is freshly pressed and hanging every single day. Yep. You don't have to
1-2 on a dirt ball slider.
Right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball measures off his lead at first. Long-legged third baseman for the Phillies. Here it is.
High breaking ball. 2-2. 1 action here.
Once again, Braves are trying to get over 500. That has been the glass ceiling for this team. Braves have been at the break-even point 5 separate times this year. It's going to be a great night to break through and go on a nice run. Pitch.
And their previous opportunity.
High fastball fouled off. Tucker hasn't been exactly totally on point yet, but
and for them psychologically, it'll be important to get over the 500 mark. And look, I know they're only 2.5 games back and first place and what have you, but I don't think, honestly, they're even thinking about that until they get to the point where they're over 500 and comfortably over 500.
high fastball, high cheese, goodbye for the youngster Williams. Perfectly placed there.
Be seriously thinking about all that other stuff until they get above 500 and start playing the way they know they're capable of playing.
We're all living in the moment, and you live and die with what the team does on a daily basis. I would assume from a player's perspective, that's really, really hard to do, knowing that you still have, 4.5 months left, or 3.5 months left in the season.
Ronald Torres, he's been a pain in the neck, at least yesterday with a couple of hits. Nice inside slider, perfectly placed. Swing and miss, 0-1.
And as much as they're not happy with the way things have gone overall, they're not unhappy about the fact that nobody in their division has taken advantage of that. You know, so that's kind of been their focus, I would think. You know, they don't
Cursory toss over there to Bone.
Every day. Oh, we're only 1 game back now. They don't care about that.
That was going to be my question.
Yeah.
When do you start paying attention to that as a player, or do you?
You don't. I think that, you know, again, it truly is the cliche of baseball. You just take it a day at a time, a series at a time. And like I said last night, you stay focused on winning series. And then the next thing you
Another
know,
slider, quickly 0-2. Really, really good sequences of light for Tucker.
2-game, 3-game lead. Now you kind of start to think about, okay, now is where we are where we need to be, and you kind of try to separate yourself, you know. But it's not really until much later in the year that you really obviously start really paying attention to scoreboards and all that stuff.
Yeah, we're not even to 60 games yet.
Inside fastball, a nice purpose pitch there. Definitely not where you technically wanted it. I think he wanted it where he struck out Williams on, but still a really good purpose pitch. You could probably go breaking ball away now if you really wanted to,
I still think there's some
or double up, but I think
for the Braves.
On the ground, through the gaping hole, Ozzie to his left has only 1 play, and that's soft flip. We are seeing more and more of that around Major League Baseball.
shift that single, really good play by Ozzie, keeping it on the infield there.
Just poked that ball and made something good happen.
Yeah, and I can tell you, it was
Really good pitch by Tucker. Just he went doubled up on the inside fastball. Shift that is great when it happens to you. Very frustrating when your pitcher gives it up.
Even a little bit more difficult for them to figure out who they are because they've had to deal with so much. True. You know, they've had, guys out of the rotation. Now they've lost Soroka for the year. The situation in left field, the situation in center field. They lost their catcher.
See if
there's a lot
Eflin's
of
bunting.
moving parts for the Braves too.
Butcher Boy was so close it could shake Eflin's hand, so they went with the Butcher Boy play there. 0-1 count as he fouled it off.
They're going to get Oscar back at some point. So that's certainly encouraging.
It is, no question. I mean, it's the kind of stuff that, yeah, you're hopeful, and when if and when it does happen, you're encouraged, because it's like adding a good player, obviously.
Eflin tried to bunt.
Bet bunts through that slider.
But in the meantime, you're
0-2.
you're trying to work with what you have and try to figure
I
out
think
how you
Ronald
can get
Torres reminds me of Ahmed Rosario. He was just like a sort of an unknown, but he always is a pest. And
Teams that have been ravaged by injury the most. Yes, it's top two teams. And New York with a 2.5 game lead over Atlanta at the moment. Eflin fouled back.
fouled back, and Freddie probably watched his light flash before his eyes on that one. And good swing on the fastball by Eflin.
Tried to slug that one and came up empty, as has Eflin done most of the year. He's 0 for 18 with 10 strikeouts. And Freddie could practically shake hands with him at first base.
I said that before you did, Chip.
He gets the bunt down. And the peg is to first.
Got the bunt down, second and third. 2 outs for Segura, who's been the hardest Brave for us, hardest Philly for the Braves to retire in a game, in an inning in 2/3. A really good bunt.
Gene Segura, that has been problematic. He has 15 hits against Atlanta this year.
This is where I'm talking. If
just the second time he's done that in the major leagues.
If you feel more comfortable with JT Realmuto, Gene Segura's had 15 hits against us this year, so just
he's been on a roll.
First base isn't the one open. Third is, but
323 hitter, 379 on base.
You can
Segura. That's why he's leading off that, and
play with it a little bit if you feel like it.
34th pitch. Caught the corner. It's a called strike.
Particularly
A middle fastball. Segura might have been looking for something else. 0-1.
No balls and a strike. And got away from Contreras, but no advance by ball. Thank you very much.
He was able to block. Contreras was able to block that slider just enough to keep Bohm at third. It's been a bit of an adventure for the youngster behind the dish, and that's to be expected with only 60 games above Double-A until he was put into the fire with all the catching injuries and inconsistencies we've had this season.
Home at third, Torres at second, Segura in the box with an even count. Davidson left a pair in the first. He'd like to do the same here in the second. Still scoreless. Sharply hit right to Riley. Patty Cakes fires high in first, but Freeman's there to make.
Ground ball to get Davidson out of the soup. Basically in the same inning that the Braves had an opportunity, and we each grounded out to end it. Phew, thank God. Now let's put some runs on the board. But Tucker's had to work a little hard, but all that matters is 0-0 so far. There's no pictures on the scorecard. So, good start. Hopefully he can get some quicker outs.
Castellanos particularly makes impact with men on base. Batting in third position.
So, some missed opportunities for both squads early, but I think the Braves are in a better position given Eflin's pitch count, and Tucker's had better defense behind him. Bohm nearly threw that chopper to JT Realmuto to the backstop. Unfortunately didn't, but it wasn't a quality throw. So if you want to continue to test Bohm defensively, that wouldn't make me mad. So if you want to, but we've got 2, 3, 4. Hopefully Freddie will get one he likes and smash it, and nobody will be there to catch it. Come on, MVP free. Come on, bud. He's still putting up great at bats, deep counts, walks.
You look at that, and it begs the question, why did your team shift against Freddie?
That's right. It's a very good question. Very good question. Well, I'm sure Freddie feels like every time he hits, there's 10 guys
Right
on
now,
one side of the bag or another. A lot of hard hit balls for Freeman. But that was his body of work the last couple of years against the Phillies. 100 hits, 28 homers, 116 RBIs lifetime. Against the Phillies pitching staff, that's the most among active players for the Braves first baseman. So let's see if he can break a scoreless tie. Both offenses have had plenty of opportunities to score first. Already 5 combined hits. We've had 8 combined men left on base. Braves left him loaded last inning.
High fastball, 1-0.
Starts off inning number 3. He struck out his first time up. He takes a shot to left, but pops it up. Andrew McCutcheon
Change up,
is there.
popped up, 1 out.
Out number 1.
I don't know if there is a MVP free, like a hangover, but it's not really a hangover because he's had a million line drives. That's just been a big mitt the entire year. So I'm not worried about Freddie. I just wish he could get some luck. It's uncanny right now, the bad luck he's had. Ozzy down 0-1 on a get me over breaking ball.
So he and Nick Castellanos of the Cincinnati Reds.
High fastball. The tantalizing pitch. A lot of people can't lay off 0-2 quickly.
You can understand why that pitch that Ozzy swung at is so effective. Everything's down, 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 and then boom, he pops one up.
93 up and away. 1-2.
Austin Riley waits on deck in inning number 3. And this one shot towards second. Look at that bird's eye view. It's Alec Bohm, and he took too long to get to this ball.
A squibber off the mound, and Alec Bohm's defensive adventures continue, and speed kills for Ozzy.
A base hit on Didi Gregorius here in Atlanta. Routine ground ball.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of taking his time.
So it took an odd hop, but you got to realize who's running. But thank you, Bohm. Thank you.
And he couldn't find the handle. And by the time he did it, that cost him 2 steps.
Bohm is very interesting.
It wasn't. Break for Atlanta. See if Riley can cash it in.
Throw over. Come on, Riley. Come on, Riley. Get one you like, bud.
The Phillies want to win the division or get to the playoffs. They're not going to survive catching the ball or not catching it like they are now.
No, you can't. It's just it's. You know, you can argue if offense.
I really think, even though the Braves offense is like coming out of it a little bit with the numbers since May 21st, we lead the league in outs that shouldn't be made or line drive outs. It's ridiculous.
And that's it for a strike. Especially
86-mile-an-hour slider.
The defensive metrics, the understanding of defense and how to measure effectiveness or ineffectiveness is so much greater now than when
painted down and away. Riley wasn't doing anything with that.
All the power we're seeing in the game. run prevention may be more important than run production.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly can make an argument for it.
No balls to the strike, and
Another throw over. The threat of speed. Hopefully that will help. Hopefully that will help Riley get one.
Austin with 11 home runs.
The Freddie contract thing. I'm
Swing and a little pop towards second. That's happened to Riley twice. The throw back to first. They doubled it up. Ozzie Albies caught wandering off first base. It's a double play.
Ugh, that was a bad double play.
To second base. And Brian Sticker of the Braves are looking on as if to say, what in the world just happened? Eflin bailed out.
That was a bad double play, bad base running by Oz. I guess maybe he thought he hit that harder or something, but soft liner to Gene Segura. Hey, Riley, try somebody else. And a bad base running play by Ozzie. Got doubled off. I don't know how, but he did. The Freddie contract thing, I don't like it. I don't like that it hasn't been signed, but I think it would have been a moot point had COVID not happened and everything that everybody has dealt with. And I'm not making excuses and things of that nature. It better get done. It better get done because if Freddie walks for whatever reason, that would be the biggest mistake in Atlanta Braves history, in my opinion. And maybe the non-contract for Freddie is playing into it. I would say that, but he's still stinging the ball all over the diamond, so I don't want to put that on him. I think it's what it is. The contract is the contract, and it better get signed, like I said. But I mean, Liberty Media and all the things that go into it. All I care about is him staying in an Atlanta Braves uniform, so they better get that done. And that's all I can think about that one.
Call 833-919-2122. Mental type picture.
So, the Mets are pouring it on. The Orioles 7-1 in the third. Unfortunately,
Pivot. What is working? The off-speed curveball, the off-speed rise ball. And definitely the off-speed. I mean, that's something that I've seen and immediate too after Elizabeth Mason, the home run and the walk to Cassidy Davis. The 2 strikeouts. Off-speed curveball.
And that coveted third pitch for a young guy. What are your early impressions here tonight with Tucker?
Well, look, his first start of the year against the Mets, I got a chance to watch that, and I was thoroughly impressed.
now that we would never, especially Twitter and social media and how it is nowadays, nobody would let the Braves hear the end of it, and they shouldn't, to be honest.
And I will say this, when you come up here as a 2-pitch pitcher, you can survive. You want to get good. You see that slider / cutter right there in on the hands.
Nice play by Dansby, ground out backhand. Play that he didn't make last game.
It's not to say that they're going to be working perfectly every night. When they are, you're going to have a great game. But if you've got 3, there's a pretty good chance you're going to have at least 2 every night. Whereas if you've only got 2, there's a pretty good chance one of those 1 or 2.
We need the Orioles to have a mega comeback, but hopefully we win to make it a moot point. Harper up the dish.
Tonight, he's got 4 ground ball outs. He just retired JT Realmuto. Now he faces Bryce Harper, who walked in the Phillies first. And there's the method to the Braves madness, too. Not only has Davidson
High curveball.
third big league start for Atlanta this year, the Phillies have had trouble hitting left-handed starters this year. That's all part of the preparation as to how you set your rotation for a road trip or for an upcoming series. That caught a corner, even as a count.
Great slider there, 1-1.
Phillies are 7-13 against left-handed starting pitching. And just 24 home runs. For Philadelphia, one of those from Bryce Harper last night. Sends off the plate.
Outside fastball,
2-1 the count.
2-1.
On to miss some time on the injured list with a forearm problem. He almost did get beat by Genesis Cabrera of the Cardinals a couple of weeks ago. Almost took a curveball to the noggin last night. That was fouled.
Outside fastball.
2-2.
Fouled 2-2.
And Harper politely having a conversation with Joe West, asking
Yeah.
if it was a strike.
Tucker has made great adjustments, and adding that slider has made him super, super effective.
2-2.
He has a nice plan. Strikeout on the high breaking ball.
Davidson has his second strikeout. 2 up, 2 down. That kind of goes along with the StatCast you showed of his strikeouts.
He's so bad at
I'm not afraid to pitch up with that.
So bad it was
by design, but it was
good.
Effective.
No, probably not by design, but again, we talk about it. You want to hang one, you hang it higher than high, so they can't do much with it. And that pitch out of his hand looks like a fastball. Ends up being a cutter, slider. It's just one you miss.
Rhys Hoskins flying out his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. And that drops in at the
Great breaking ball. Get me over down.
Love guys that can pitch
1-0.
down there effectively.
0-1, excuse me.
Launch angle era. Get ground ball outs. With this Braves defense, you have a chance to rack up a lot of innings. And there's another one to Riley. Sets, fires, and throws it away.
That chopper for Riley is in his head.
It's not been a defensive clinic for Austin Riley the last 3 or 4 games. His error total now rising rapidly.
Ugh.
His 10th.
That was bad.
Instead of a 1-2-3 inning, Davidson's got a pitch out of trouble here with McCutcheon.
That was terrible.
Yeah, and look, I think the thing that
It's the chopper
it's
that's got in his head.
concerning when, to me anyway, when a guy's issues are throwing issues. Because then to me starts to creep in their head.
Instead of a 1-2-3, you gotta face McCutcheon. Hopefully he can.
Confidence. And Austin's done such a phenomenal job over there at third base for the most part. Certainly want to see him bring that in and not let it become a problem.
It's the chopper, man. It's the chopper.
Last inning. Let's see if he can work around the 2-base error. And it's cracked foul into the seats left side by the Phillies left fielder, Andrew McCutcheon.
Loud strike. I don't know why the chopper is getting in Riley's head, but he didn't have a good grip and just airmailed it.
At third base.
Ron Washington will definitely work on it, obviously, and he will too. Hopefully Tucker can pick him up.
Turf tearing catch in left and the Phillies' first inning threat.
Inside slider, 1-1, good purpose pitch. He errors.
The Phillies' offense in the last 6 games, they've scored 41 times.
Just when I said that our defense has been decent-ish, we do that.
1-1 pitch. Way up and inside, ball 2.
Up and in fastball.
See him overthrow a little bit.
Overthrew that one, 2-1.
Two balls and a strike. Hoskins leads at second. The pitch is on the ground. Riley's got this one. Make a good throw, kid. And he did that.
There you go.
And that retires the
Ball found Riley. Ground out. Good throw. Hopefully that'll calm him down. But it's that same play. All 5 errors feel like it's been on that. Well, one was a simple ground ball off the bat of McCutcheon, but that chopper is seriously in his head right now. But Tucker, nice job picking him up.
around the time that things start heating up at the plate for the Oklahoma offense. Look at what they've done later in games. The more they start to
Oklahoma down 2-1 in the top of the fourth.
They also just score a ridiculous amount of runs. Yeah, that's the Women's College World Series, and you count them up. It's 39 runs total. But yeah, to your point that it's been later, fourth inning and on. This is the fourth. This is when they tend to get it going.
Well, number one in the country all year long, batting average, home runs, slugging, runs scored at about 11 per game.
Well, you could maybe put Riley at left, maybe with the power, but he has made some great plays. But the defensive miscues have racked up a little late, unfortunately.
Check it out. What I love about it is they put their initial.
See if I can kickstart. Let's get some runs, guys.
Second time through, and she's understanding exactly. Okay, hey, she's coming inside with a drop ball. And she'll write that in. Hey, you know what? I need to get my hair on early and put her initials next to it, so other right-handed batters are looking.
New show. As it stands, Florida State is the national champion, and the Sooners can bounce back. Landmark's number one lineup.
Come on, Dan, get it started. Yeah, big inning would be nice. One would be nice. Let's just think about one and then build on that, huh?
Alec Boehm's error leading off the second. Braves had him loaded, nobody out, but couldn't bring home the game's first run. Let's see if the bottom of the order can improve on that tonight. Eflin's had to throw a lot of pitches, 50 of them through 3 innings.
Not getting the hits in the right order at the moment.
Things up a little bit tonight. He's predominantly fastball, pretty even mix of curveball, sliders, and sprinkles in some changeups. But he's got a lot more to the changeup tonight than the curveball. Still a lot of fastballs and sliders, but relying more on that changeup tonight.
And that's the thing about Eflin. He's had some bad starts of late, so you were thinking there's got to be a good one somewhere. And so far, he's
nothing after 3.
So far,
He's already in their second trip through the order.
Despite the pressure, he hasn't broken yet. It's a ultimate staring contest.
Will be in Miami next to take on the Marlins. They are hosting Colorado tonight. 3-game weekend series Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in South Florida. The 1-2 pitch.
Inside 2-2.
In Philly tomorrow. Good pitching matchup. Ian Anderson and Zach Wheeler.
I'll tell you what's even better is that I looked at the schedule and realized it was a day game.
Oh, yeah. That would have been a panic phone call.
Oh my God. That's like a nightmare dream that I've overslept to start.
Outside fastball, Joe West doing Joe West things. That was absolutely god awful, but
observing the game, you know that Joe West is given that corner, so can't be surprised that he's calling it the second time through the order. 1 out.
Well, that wasn't a strike. It was like 3 inches off the plate.
Isn't that funny? You dream about missing a start or missing a team flight. You ever still have the, oh my God, I forgot to study for the final?
Oh, yeah. Well, the other one I have, too, is that I'm in school and I have no idea what my schedule is. And I'm just kind of like aimlessly walking around. And then I go to a class and I'm like, am I supposed to be here? I don't know what
yes, I still have that. The
paging Dr. Freud. I'm glad I'm not alone. 1 ball, no strikes for Almonte. And at the top of the zone, that's a strike.
The one I have the most, though, it's usually when I, lay on the couch and take a little cat nap, and I would just jump out of my skin. And my wife would be like, line drive back at you? I was like, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
2-1 on some inch.
No, it's just always a line drive.
But she knows. Chris, bless your heart. 2 balls and a strike. And a swing and a miss evens the count.
Well, that was he helped him out there. A wild swing, 2-2.
Eflin about to make his 60th pitch.
He's been good. Not the so far, not the guy that's come in 0-4 in his last 4 starts. Been around the zone, and like we talked about, with that extra day's rest, how would that affect him? But he's been sharp.
See that?
You take
It's a
pitch
strike.
barrel,
But
don't you?
Yes.
And that's a compliment. Joe West is hunting strikes, and Eflin's pitching on the fringes of the zone tonight. That's why he's got a chance to snap that 4-game losing streak that he owns this evening. The pitch. And he pulled a string there. Almonte didn't get that.
no, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. He just missed it down in the zone.
Contreras, who golfed a single to right. That needs scorecard.
Yeah. Lost start these days.
When keeping
Swung at ball 4. A couple pitches earlier, and then
finally switched to pencil. Because, it was getting messy. Too many mistakes. But yeah, keeping score in general. A lot of people just don't know how to do it.
Contreras jumps on the first pitch and hammers that to left.
seriously, we're just getting really good.
Base to left. Comes with 2 outs.
The hits are coming at great times with wrong times. The
Contreras having himself a whale of a series, Tommy. That's his 5th hit.
Contreras
See,
double in the corner.
everything's been on display in this series with him. You can see why the Braves love him offensively, and you can see why the Braves have concerns about him defensively, right? It's been there, and there's no question this kid can hit.
Willie C. Willie C. Come on, GH.
And that part of his game,
Do a job,
not
bud.
in doubt by anybody. It's always been the defensive side of things, and we've seen a little bit of,
We're just getting the hits in the wrong order.
Growing pains.
Growing pains, yeah, good way to put it, yeah, and you'll put up with a lot of that if he continues to hit.
So an interesting
That's a
decision
strike.
here for Eflin and Joe Girardi. Ideally, they'd love to start the 5th with the pitcher. But you've got
But Joe West, so ball 1.
He's a threat to break a scoreless tie. Let's see how carefully he works in this scoreless 4th now. 1-1 count. Went after him, and that sinker is
Inside sinker, perfect.
Yeah, I think I'm of the mindset. I think they attack him here. If he gets up base hit, they score a run. You got the pitcher coming up anyway, and you figure you're going to score a run tonight, right? I think they would rather, if they had their choice and everything worked out perfectly, see Ronald with 1 out in the next inning. So I think they're going to try to attack Heredia here.
Breaking ball. Quickly 1-2. Already his magic has kind of dissipated. The clutch hits and the good at bats and the productive stuff that we saw early is kind of went by the wayside a little bit, unfortunately. Hopefully he can come through here, battle out, and make me crow. But,
breaking ball, Appaloosa
breaking ball, perfect breaking ball.
Strikes out the side. The Braves have stranded 5 men through 4 scoreless frames.
Strikeout ends another inning. Again, the hits and the walks in the wrong order. Words. Hello. That's really cool that you're watching in Mexico. That's super awesome, and thanks for the support. And gracias. I guess that's the literal only Spanish I know. Apologies there, but thank you so much for your support.
So we asked our friend Kelly Slater to demonstrate how to catch a big wave.
Of her hand, the way she just rips that ball around the rotation. Look at how tight that is spinning. That's a curveball getting underneath the hands. She will throw that both sides of the plate. That one on the inside corner. And strike out. For 19 in the World Series. Hit in game 1 last night. She did it right at Snow at first base. A hard hit ball on the first time up.
How did Texas A&M get Jim Schlossnagle away from TCU? That's a heck of a hire for them.
This is where G is tough because she can expand the zone so well. She gets up at your eyes, and we saw the rise ball. That was way high and flirty.
The All-Star ballot. Vote daily at Braves.com/All-Star and on Google by searching for your favorite Braves players. Tucker Davidson will have the bottom portion of the Phillies order coming up. Bohm, Williams, and Torres. Phillies have left 5 on base. First pitch swing, fly ball center. Well hit. Aradia back in a step shy of the wall makes the play.
Boom hit it to the right part of the ballpark for Tucker there. A deep fly out.
Kids learning. They hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark.
The part of the park's changed a little bit. Remember a couple of years ago, the Braves, I can't remember who hit the ball.
Freddie.
Playing center, reached into the bushes.
Freddie hit that ball in the bushes, of course.
Back from the back part of that center field wall. Still a great backdrop at Citizens Bank. Here's Luke Williams, who struck out his first time up. Look at that.
Luke Williams quickly ahead 0-1 for Tucker.
Yeah, got a blue spruce back there, a couple cedar trees. Nice. Sharply hit and down the left field line. That's going to be an extra base hit for Williams, who can fly. So he's got 2 big hits, a bunt single, and now a 1-out double.
A ringing double past Riley. There was nothing he could do on that one for Williams. 1 out.
But again, the bottom part of the order's coming up. And Mom and Dad loving it. 2 hits in as many big league games. First double of his career.
Turn the hands in nice on a fastball there. Unfortunately, Ronald Torres up at the dish.
A long-time legendary voice of the Phillies on radio. He said Williams is the first guy named Luke to play for their franchise. Which seems kind of odd, yeah. But he also said in his typical dry sense of humor, the Phillies also haven't had a guy named Anakin play for them either. So it's really not that big of a deal.
I don't think we're going to live to see that day.
Probably not. And as Torres takes high.
High slider. Torres has been a pain in the neck, so we'll see.
From Philadelphia, Tom McCarthy and John Kruk do most of the work on the TV side of things.
1-0.
On the weekends, they're Hall of Fame third baseman. Scott Fransky, Larry Anderson, and Kevin Franson do such a great job on the Phillies radio network. Great guys. The pitch. He is in for a strike. Even
Slider 1-1.
At 1-1.
Kind of a middle there. But got him in the count, nevertheless.
Last time up and just defensively put the ball in play and served a soft single that never left the infield dirt, I don't think.
Yeah, I want to see the exit velocity on that hit.
Back in the second inning. Okay, you start. 1-1 count in a scoreless game. And Davidson wants to chase Williams back.
They never really. Catchers never really backpicked. Obviously, maybe because of the lovely throws and defense we've seen in this series. I think he could, yeah.
That one up high and
2-1. Yeah, because he bluffed. So that might have been a good time to backpick, but those are iffy.
Both clubs have had some wasted opportunities. pitch is popped up.
Call it.
What's this? It's going to be Dansby Swanson.
Dansby gets the pop out.
Coming up for the Phillies. Who are so
Torres to pop out.
They're running in scoring position now. Braves aren't much better. They're 1 for 6.
Except the one didn't score the run. That's the annoying part. Zach Eflin up at the dish. The pitcher.
Braves will have their pitcher. Tucker Davidson leading off the 5th. Now, it's impressive. He is not going to blow up your radar gun by any stretch, but that's not the name of the game. He gets outs. And a chopper hit toward Riley. Sets his feet and a bullet to
He
first.
got that chopper. That a boy, Ryan. That a boy.
Preserves the tie.
And Tucker, good job straining another base runner. The game of missed opportunities so far, but pitchers have made really good pitches, so got to give them credit there.
It was a lapse in judgment. AT&T, we called this house for you because
I think you might see Ender start tomorrow in center. He put together some good at bats lately. And had a couple couple RBIs in the big Dodger win on Sunday as well. So
She also recognized they had a very easy schedule. She wanted to make them uncomfortable. And they lost that first game. The point is they came back and beat Georgia, and I think that's what she's trying to light and ignite and remind them of right now.
Second strikeout for Catherine Sandercock, and she keeps it rolling with the zone. Drop ball on the outside corner. These Lions stretching for it on the outside.
let's try a different one. Runs, please.
Here's Johns, the home run hitter. Ball sent one out in the third.
And the thing about Tucker is, even with the Austin Riley misplay and some traffic, he's been very, very efficient, which has been amazing in his starts. All right.
Thus far, Sandercock was kind of leaning like, please go foul, please go foul. The anti-curl. Does that work?
Philadelphia, we are going to continue on here with a scoreless game. See some bursts of lightning overhead. That's probably the bigger concern. You see the dark
Lightning.
thunderclouds obscuring the view of downtown at Citizens Bank Park. We'll monitor that as the Braves come up here in the 5th inning. Get more team coverage, full game replays, and highlights on the Valley Sports app. That's where Braves baseball is presented by Coors Light. And hopefully we'll recap a series-winning Game 2 against the Phillies this evening. And Flip took his sweet time getting back to the mound for Philadelphia. He has struck out 6 through 4 innings of work so far tonight. So while Eflin warms up, we talked about this a lot. This is an historic season for Joe West. 5,386 games. He began his umpiring career when Jimmy Carter was president. Bill Clem previously held the record. It was a nationally 1905 to 1941. Bill Clem worked at 18 World Series top. And in those years as a National League umpire,
Hopefully,
16 seasons, he only
lightning strikes for the Braves offense in this 5th inning. Unfortunately, Tucker Davidson leading off. Maybe he can get his first major league hit.
He began straddling the foul lines when he did work the bases later in his career. He was the first umpire to work in what they call the slot between the catcher and the batter. He invented that umpiring position. He's also instrumental in the hand signals for ball, strike, safe, out, to let the fans in the stands know what was going on. And more importantly, from a protective standpoint, he was the first guy to wear an inside chest protector.
Well, I mean, if he's got to work every night behind the plate, he better figure out a way to avoid a few bumps and bruises.
And he
Come on, Tuck.
was not afraid to throw anybody
Swing,
on the
bud.
team. That's kind of in line with what Joe West did. A record 251 ejections.
Wow.
The great Bill Clem, whose record is now held by Joe West.
Swing, bud. Never gonna hit a pit.
Raindrops falling on Tucker Davidson, who struck out looking his first time up. And
There you go.
Swung
this time.
7
But
strikeouts for Eflin.
3 straight strikes.
5 of them.
Come on, Ronnie.
Let's take a look, Tommy, at tonight's Nova's Greatness Made Here feature. Of course, it's Ronald Acuna Jr.
Come on, Ronnie. Come on, Ronnie.
Yeah, so the last 162, that's a pretty good season. 50 homers, 113 RBIs, and
Get on, bud. Get on, bud. Start Riley.
in all but 24 of those 162 games. 11 home runs on the first pitch of an at-bat since 2020, most in the big leagues.
Change up. Got him out in front on that one. Back-to-back change-ups.
Living at the bottom of the zone, the Braves are not able to make an awful lot of consistent contact yet.
No, that change-up's been really good tonight.
Which is surprising for a guy that has 9 days off that it's that good. Right? I mean, you said sometimes you're too strong. Doesn't look like that's the case for him.
Doesn't appear to be the case for him. Like we said a little bit last night with Nola, he was a little bit off in terms of his command. Kind of got better as the game went on. But Eflin's been pretty good from the get-go tonight.
Eflin looking amazing.
Yeah, the Phillies are
What?
monitoring the workload of their pitchers.
You can come in.
The move from the 68 to 160.
Oh, God.
Season.
Not all that. Not all that.
Also,
Wow.
we have 6 days off.
You got
So they can use those days off to buy them some time for their
You
start.
weirdo.
You're gonna win.
Into July, August, and what they hope will be a productive September. We'll see how it works out for them. The 3-2 pitch is rolled toward third, but that rolls.
Ronnie worked it really good at bat. My mom modeling her new haircut on that one. Ronnie working back from quickly 0-2 to 3-2 again. Like Freddie, even if he doesn't have a great night, he still works the pitcher to death in a good way. Walk. 1 out walk. Hopefully that's a rally starter.
Well, he's got some problems now. He just walked Ronald Acuna Jr. in a scoreless game. Maybe this is a time for Ronald to extend his stolen base total to 12. Also be a good time for Freddie to split a gap. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
Wow,
JT is a very, very accomplished
with the weather's
catcher.
out there, this might be a situation where you play for a run.
And it is raining, so hopefully lightning will strike for Freddie Freeman. Courtesy throw.
Infield looks to be, from our vantage point, in pretty good shape. I see any shiny spots on the dirt, at least not many of them. So you figure the footing would be good for Acuna if he chooses to run. Not much of a shift for Freddie Freeman. Maybe they saw that graphic we showed you earlier tonight. Pitch is back to Loud. Eflin spears that. Bad throw. Great save at short. Throw to first. Is in time.
Another really bad throw on a routine play there, but good stretch. And at second,
Safe at second. He's wandering off the bag. He was headed back to the dugout. And now Acuna's standing there with 2 outs. And the Phillies are going to challenge this call at second base.
Whoa.
It was a heck of a play by Torres
he stayed
to
on.
hold the bag. And from that angle, you can see he did have the pillow.
I don't know how Torres held the bag.
And then the throw at first got Freddie by a full stride. So the Phillies are going to challenge this call. How about the spear by Eflin? Terrible throw.
My goodness, that's why you step and throw. Just don't just throw flat-footed.
Whew, the defense has been left a lot to be desired in this series.
Did his shoe come over the top of the bag?
That first angle sure looked like he was on the bag.
He was on the
It
bag.
looked like the umpire was trying to see if he caught the ball wasn't really looking at his foot. And then once he saw that he had the ball, and then by then his foot had come off the bag.
So Joe West, the crew chief, will join the review call. Nick Lentz is the umpire at second base.
Maybe we'll get lucky, but I doubt it. But replay, who knows? There is clear and convincing evidence to me.
That this break will go their way and Acuna will be safe at second. The verdict is in. Well, thought it was in. Joe West was just adjusting the headsets.
How about
I'm not sure if
pitchers fielding practice, guys?
He was wandering toward the Braves dugout, and had the Phillies had the ball, they could have tagged him out. And Acuna is out. It is a double play. That is a 1-6-3 twin killing. Terrific turn by Ronald Torreyes, and the Braves are done in the fifth inning.
And the weather coming, that doesn't make me warm and fuzzy either. But gosh, I wish Eflin would have yanked it. And he was really close. Had Torreyes not made that great play.
She's like, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to check that after the season's over. She doesn't want to know. I wouldn't be surprised if you win. That's right. She's torn ligament. She's playing through it.
Pound cake. Maybe some rally pound cake.
Just a bonus. She's got a new nickname from Halloween. Take with her. Hockey picture is the best, huh? Here's double the size of her. Well, full count. I thought she might be thinking sacrifice earlier.
If that was Alec Boehm, he would have been safe.
Basic colors, you got style. Not too many patterns.
These symptoms develop, worsen, or if you had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions can occur. See the possibilities. Ask your doctor about Taltz.
Tough part for Tucker.
Bottom of the fifth inning, no score. Terrific double play turn started by Zach Eflin. And Ronald Torreyes saved a throwing error and maybe a chance for a big inning. Freeman was out by a full step on that slick turn by the Phillies shortstop. So, Tucker Davidson.
Nice slider,
strike for strike and
but
out for out. Got the top of the order coming up now. Gene Segura, who's hit those 2 ground ball outs.
I guess low.
And chase that ball in the dirt for an even count. You see the scores
1-1.
on your alley bar down below your screen. The road woes continue for the Arizona Diamondbacks. They were shut out today. 19 straight losses on the road.
Ugh. Well,
Riley to third, and the big first team plenty of time. 7 ground
back to
balls.
back good plays by Riley at the hot corner.
That's our winning 8-1. That's in the fifth inning versus the Baltimore Orioles. Matt Harvey, the former Met, pitching for the Birds in that game. Taijuan Walker, boy, he's been a godsend for the Mets. He was the man assigned to start today.
Tucker's only at 60 pitches, 8 ground ball outs, couple of strikeouts, gotten through a couple of jams. A bit of a hanging curveball, got away with one there, just allow a strike. Don't do that again, Tucker, please.
Realmuto is 1 for 2 on the night.
Good play slider. Well play slider.
In Minneapolis, that is going to be an interesting game. Garrett Cole for the Yankees and Josh Donaldson for the Minnesota Twins. More on that after the 1-1 pitch, which is popped to the right side. Freeman makes the catch in foul ground. That's out number
A
2.
nice fisted foul pop out fair catch by Freddie. Two quick outs.
Shall we say, awful performance in his press conference with the New York media yesterday when asked about the foreign substance issue in baseball. I'm shocked he was so ill prepared to answer that question. But Tom, what makes the matchup tonight so interesting was Josh Donaldson named Garrett Cole as one of the prime suspects in this spin rate revolution we're seeing. We're having a little microphone trouble with Tom's headset. He was going to give you a great answer, I promise.
94 fastball, dirt ball.
As we speak, so he doesn't forget.
On Harper, 1-0.
Strikes. For Bryce Harper, who's walked and struck out. And then it's downstairs.
2 fastballs.
Can you hear me? Yes, there he is. He's back. There we go. Yeah.
Tom Glavine with the old Sprint commercial. Can you hear me now?
The miracles on television. Man, oh man. But our great crew working on that. So, this may be not the best time with 2 outs, but that's going to be an interesting matchup in Minnesota tonight.
Well, Josh, not one to mince words.
No.
And he certainly
2-1
did in that situation.
on a get me in slider.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Interesting to see what happens.
Well,
Back-to-back really good sliders to get him back in the count after a couple dirt ball fastballs. Non-competitive.
We'll talk more about that tonight. Seems somewhat apropos on a wet night in Philadelphia. It is tough to grip the baseball, but neither Davidson nor Eflin have given up a run. As Harper, a full count pitch coming next.
Spit on that slider there, but good pitch. 3-2.
Bryce Harper's come up a lot with nobody on base. All of his home runs have been solos this year. That's hard to believe.
Chip, don't jinx it.
And Davidson just struck him out, and Harper knew it. Dropped the bat, concedes the strike, and it's a
Woo!
3-3
A
for Tucker.
painted slider there, boys. All right. Runs. Score, Braves. Score, please. As the rain gets harder.
As more and more people hit the road,
An awful lot more of Mark Zattenberg as Euro 2020 unfolds.
On us to take every possible precaution to keep our students safe.
Runs.
Welcome to the kingdom. Official series now streaming only on Disney Plus. Let's find out who's the greater. The Euro begins Friday.
I would think, well, we've seen Eflin a lot. We know what he's got. He's just pitching really, really well. No real mistakes up in the zone, except in the second inning. Actually, the error wasn't his doing. The walk was. And just a beautiful piece hitting by Willie C. to get the bases loaded with no outs. But
and the way that she just has the knowledge of working the zone. 11.
Welders and machinists are needed by 2029. Who's going to help answer the call? We will. UTI's classes start every 3 to 6 weeks. Visit uti.edu to see jobs in demand and how you can train in less than a year.
Scoreless game. Let's fix that. Top of the 6th inning. It's our Coors Light player comparison. The middle of the lineup has indeed Tom been mashing. Yeah, these two guys last.
come on, Oz, get it started. And
For a while now, we've really been hitting the ball, but we see what those two guys have been doing the last 9 games. Ozzy 342.
come on, Oz.
Batting third this season. Riley 343 with runners in scoring position. Last 26. This season, Austin leads all National League third basemen in average. On base percentage and slug.
Come on, Oz. Come on, Oz.
All right, guys, rise at the right time as a light drizzle continues to fall in Philly. Look, Ozzy's 2 for 2. His first hit came with 2 outs. His second hit came with 1 out. Well, let's see if he can make it 3 for 3, but get a leadoff hit. I like the way you're thinking. And start something for the Braves. He got the triple and single.
77 pitches.
And he shoots this one toward right.
Double me. Double me, maybe. Double me. Oh. Leadoff single.
Leadoff hit. Throw back to first, and Ozzy is back safely. Asks for time.
It's very Nostradamus-like of you right there.
That's scary.
Leadoff single. For Oz, hopefully better base running.
The leadoff man is on for the Braves. That's their 5th hit.
Come on, Rye. Come on, Rye.
Ozzy was up front.
Gap one, bud.
Served it into right field for a base hit.
4th 3-hit game for Ozzy Albies, who was held in check last night.
Easy Oz with the splits.
He's hit the ball to second twice. He's hit the ball softly to second twice. And
Inside fastball, 1-0.
No ill intent. They have been kind of wet newspaper hits.
Yeah, in on his hands a little bit both times. Wasn't able to extend. Definitely done a good job of tying him up inside.
You can understand why. We saw Riley get his arms extended last night. He hit a mammoth home run.
Courtesy check on Ozzy.
For Atlanta, his 11th home run of the year.
Come on, Rye. Come on, Rye.
And his first of the season.
Choose another spot.
2 home runs career-wise against Zach Eflin. Number 3 here would be just fine by us. 1 ball, no strikes.
Find some green. Another inside fastball nearly clipped him. 2-0. He's up to 80 pitches, so he might be getting tired, but he's had 9 days of rest, which is insanely high. And you would think he would be off, but maybe.
Little chopper back to the mound. Eflin throws to second for 1. His throw to first.
Back-to-back innings with double plays to the pitcher on a 2-0 count. I don't know how that happens. But 3 double plays. Pitcher's best friend and the most annoying of them tonight. Please. Just keeps getting on the hands.
And Segura in no trouble with the turn. So it's up to Dansby to keep the Braves 6th alive. He's reached on an error and took strike 3 last time up.
He's just been a ground ball machine. And you wouldn't think that on the 2-0 count that you could jam Riley like that, but that was a good pitch. That's all I can say.
Saw that Giants score a moment ago. They lost in extra innings today. Brandon Crawford, the Giants franchise all-time leader in games played at shortstop. And not just in San Francisco history. I'm talking when they were the New York Giants.
That almost seems hard to believe.
Game 13-26 last night for Brandon Crawford. The 3 amigos, Crawford, Posey, and Longoria, thought
2-1
to be on their last legs. They've really carried that team. They've been great. For Gabe Kapler, the Giants with a 2.5 game lead in the NL West.
3-1 for Dansby.
3 balls and a strike.
But really, excuse me, how
those came in the first 4 innings. 2 double plays are taken out of the 5th and 6th innings to this point.
how he's been able to use that changeup and the sinker and keeping them down. I don't think he's made one mistake at all tonight, to be honest. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap. And same for Tucker Davidson. He had some good defense in the first couple of innings to help him out. But,
See if the Phillies squeeze another frame out of him. You'd think they would with 9 days of rest.
I would think so.
3-2. Got a pitch up, and Dansby fought it off.
Okay, that was well. He got away with a couple of fastballs against already in the second, and
Dansby reached base.
Ronald, we torched him, fouled him back in that one. High slider, but
3-2. He's hammered to the left side.
Of course.
Second hit of the inning for Atlanta.
The double play, but a single nonetheless, giving Honest Abe a chance.
Frankly, who doesn't? The Terrapin Twilight Tour is for you. Start with a beer at the Tap Room Brew Lab, then enjoy another along a sunset tour of Truist Park. You'll get to take home a commemorative souvenir beer glass. Sponsor limited, so get your tour today at Braves.com/Twilight Tours. It'll be a lot of fun. Get a Frenchie's Blue.
Wow, it was fun until that.
Oh. Well, beer of your choice, perhaps, from the Terrapin Tap Room.
Could take
Great attractions.
1-0 on the outside fastball that he chased last at bat.
When Battery was doing big business last weekend when the Dodgers were here, over 121,000 fans for that 3-game series. And hoping for even more on the upcoming homestand, which begins with the Red Sox next Tuesday. 1-0. He is smoked up the middle on base hit.
Of course, if it wasn't a double play, we'd probably have the lead right now, but that's the luck.
For the Braves, and now Contreras is up. He's 2 for 2, so
Almonte smoked one up the middle. That dastardly double play.
they've been good with 2 outs all year.
Come on, Willie C. Stay hot, bud.
Heck of a piece of hitting by Almonte. Right back up the middle. Braves are hitting .233 with 2 outs this year.
Up to 90 pitches, 2 outs, 2 on. Willie C. Come on, bud. Do a job.
And can Contreras keep his perfect night alive? They haven't figured out how to pitch to him yet. At least not in this series. 5 hits in 6 at-bats.
Come on, Willie.
Have to throw him a strike for him to get a hit. That's the beauty of Contreras in this spot. Pitch.
Good take. Dirt ball fastball.
Strikes. Both bullpens are silent, although they pulled the tarp away from one slab. And yeah, the Phillies bullpen's going to go to work here. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a drive. He went.
He almost Adrian Beltrade that for a 3-run Jimmy Jack, but he was out in front of it. Darn it. Straighten that one out, Willie. And honestly, I would think they might go.
Right size run shape.
Yeah, a little bit of a hanger there, and got him up in front.
Left-handed Ranger Suarez, who's getting ready.
That was probably
The
it.
1-1 pitch is on the ground.
Go, go, go!
Here comes Dansby around third.
Woohoo!
The kid comes through.
Willie, Willie, Willie!
They break through in the 6th inning. It's 1-0.
Boy, what a series he's had offensively, man.
Did Dansby hurt himself? He's a little gimpy. That's not good, but
You can't score a run with 4 singles in a modern game. Unconventional, but 3 straight base hits after the double play.
I forgot the ground ball he wanted. Turned around, and they had Contreras shaded the pole on the
Willie C. Willie C.
base hit.
Smoked it up the middle, a carbon copy of the go-ahead base hit in the 8th inning last night.
Now he's atop the slab and getting ready in a hurry.
Dansby might have pulled a hamstring or something there, but I don't know. But really good piece of hitting.
A 3-hit game for Contreras.
3-hit game for Ozzie and 3-hit game for Willie C. And we're able to overcome the Riley double play with 3 consecutive hits.
Last time 2 catchers who were
Singles.
did it in a big league season was 2012 when Yadier and Jose Molina homered on the same
Yeah,
day.
Dansby. Almonte.
You can think of the last pair of brothers who homered on the same day for the Braves.
Justin Upton and BJ Upton.
Outfielders. That's the hint. Pitch to Heredia. Back up the middle. Eflin's got that. And the flip to first is in time.
Heredia, first pitch ground out to Eflin. Eflin's got that play down. Unfortunately.
Every baseball game begins long before the first pitch is thrown. As the official freight carrier of Major League Baseball, Old Dominion is proud to play our role in supporting the game we all love. Our customers know the people of Old Dominion.
Hopefully we get a shutdown in here.
Whether it's a giveaway for the big game or youth baseball equipment that needs to be shipped across the country. No one helps keep those promises like the Old Dominion team.
Because Best includes a free eye exam when you buy 2 pairs of glasses for just $69.95. Book an exam online today.
Really, really good by Willie C. He is proving that his bat is MLB ready, obviously. And the old adage, he's going to drive in more than he lets in while he develops behind the plate is absolutely fine with me. And I like the fact that he is varying from one knee to just regular and of late. So that is really, really good to see that he's making adjustments, and you could see that when he does make mistakes, he cares and he's working on it and working on his craft. He's not laying on his hands and letting things happen. He's working at it, and that's all you can ask for from a young backstop like Willie C.
The 6-hour score brings up 1-0, and Tucker Davidson getting a start here tonight and has not disappointed. He's been great attacking the strike zone.
And honestly, we've got a really, really good problem with Shea Langoliers crushing it behind the plate and at the dish. I think he had 8 homers and he had a 3-homer game last week. So it's a possibility that you could see if the DH comes, have Contreras DH, or maybe in the outfield. We've seen him left at times.
He's going to earn more opportunities. Absolutely. So right now, 16 2/3 innings, 3 earned runs. Yeah, he's had some traffic, but hey, he's pitched out of trouble, and that's what you care about. It doesn't have to be a one hitter. Just put up zeros, and he's done that.
Get me over curveball. Get him in the count. 0-1 to Hoskins.
You got to limit the opportunities and try to get out of it when you get into some trouble. And he's done a good job of that.
94 fastball. Away. But honestly, I could really see Contreras DH, outfield, or catcher, and Langoliers a catcher in the coming years really, really quickly, because he's one of 2-1 to Hoskins. No walk. Yeah, don't make him earn it. Make him earn it. Walks. Don't walk him. Don't walk him. It's the quickest way to give us gray hairs in this bandbox. Popped it up. Nice.
Freddie Freeman in foul ground. Dodges the raindrops and makes the play. 6 up, 6 down, 1 away.
Went out, popped up a fastball. Love the attacking mindset.
I love it when you see a player get that frustrated.
Oh my God, I absolutely love it. But yeah, you got to wonder if that was the Reese Hoskins of last year or the year before, or if he'd have taken that pitch for ball 4.
And he seems a bit betwixt and between right now for the Phillies offensively. And talking to himself.
McCutcheon.
As he takes off the batting gloves. Here's McCutcheon 0 for 2. And in for a strike.
88-mile-an-hour slider. Perfectly placed down in the zone.
Bullet hit toward third, but foul.
Bullet.
The Phillies ball go off that hot shot. I don't blame her. That was a missile off that. Andrew McCutcheon.
Long, loud strike. That's it. An inside fastball turned on nicely by McCutcheon, but a little too quick.
What happened? I miss that, and I miss. Oh, she got a Fanatic mask, by the way. That's a good look. No balls, 2 strikes. I miss the bullpens in foul ground. As McCutcheon calls that foul.
Kind of a mistake slider there. Kind of just a submit mixer in the zone, but got away with it.
Cares about the outfielders. That's why they don't talk out there. What? That was kind of fun too, watching guys navigate the mounds. McCutcheon's lined out, grounded out. Davidson's got him set up here with an 0-2 pitch.
Good spot.
Missed downstairs. Talked earlier about the
Good
Giants.
spot. Changed the eye level there on McCutcheon. Could go. Could go high fastball, but you got to get it higher than high. So
Small detail. Either that or they thought they had a really good pitch.
another inside fastball, smoked foul.
There we go. I promise you she's smiling behind that. She better be. That was a great play. Look at this. Off the netting. And a perfect catch. High target.
Good spot. Again, change the eye level. So now you got McCutcheon set up for whatever you want to do. Going in with those 2 fastballs, all he could do is pull it foul, then the slider down, and then the fastball up. So that was more. A little more sweet than he wanted, but still down enough where all he could do was foul. This is a professional battle. Tucker, win it, bud. Win it, bud.
I'm sure Brian Switker would love this young man to get over that hurdle and save a few innings and outs for the Braves relief corps. The pitch is inside, almost hit him, full count.
Inside fastball, almost hit him. 3-2. Don't walk him, make him earn it. Don't walk him, make him earn it. But this is.
6 straight. He walked Bryce Harper in the first inning. That's the only one to this point.
Another smoke ball foul.
Number 10 coming up.
10 pitch at bat. McCutcheon doing. Don't give in, Tug. Don't give in, bud.
Here comes another 3-2. Driven toward right. Pretty well hit. Acuna on the run. To the track.
Woo! Nice running catch by Acuna. Speed kills. On a kind of a mistake slider, but got away with it.
Tucker Davidson. Put it back on McCutcheon, but good job by Davidson as well. Staying in there, keeps throwing strikes, makes McCutcheon put the ball in play. And the defense makes a good play for you.
Nice running catch by Ronald.
Is playing outfield like a seasoned pro now, not so nervous. Much better right fielder, I think, than center fielder, although he made tremendous strides out there. Just something as subtle as getting close to that wall on the warning track, taking a peek to know where he was.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I think in part 2, when he first got up here, he was kind of bouncing around in the outfield.
Alec Bohm. No. Tucker has retired 7 straight.
Used to how the ball's coming off the bat all the time. He's got consistency there and he's playing great right field.
Got away with a couple hangers, but it's all good.
10 pitch at bat has the Braves bullpen up. It's an 85th pitch of this game. He's downstairs. Ball
Good
one.
purpose slider there. I mean, fastball, excuse me.
Baby step forward in this regard for Davidson. Get him through 6 after he has not completed 6 innings yet.
Come on,
I
Day.
believe is the Brave starter.
Perfectly placed fastball,
It is
painted.
about those incremental improvements, start to start, as you talked about earlier, Tom.
Yeah, the further you go along, then the more you're going to do things for the first time. Getting through the 6th inning would be a big jump for him.
And I misspoke. He did pitch 6 innings.
Good
Against
slider. Good layoff by Boom.
Thank you. That's what you meant to say. You were in the save. Thanks, Tom. Won't be the last one. 2 balls and a strike. For Alec. Boom. And that was dirt. How about that wild swing?
Nasty slider there. Got the Boom out in front big time.
This kid has a real good idea of what he's doing. I'm assuming from a hitter's perspective, everything looks like it comes out of the same slot. Same tunnel, if you will, which is the modern term. He has not given up many good swings to the Phillies offense so far tonight. It's number 89. Here it is.
95. Humped up on that one.
Humped up to 95.
Humped up on that
And
one.
I'm guessing he has a sense that his personal finish line is close.
I'm guessing he knows that this is probably his last inning, so
Come on.
he's going to leave everything.
Get him out,
right
but
here. Try to end it right here with Baum.
So he's 1 for 2, a second inning single. The pitch. He chased it in.
Woohoo!
Davidson's got
Slider.
shutout innings in Philadelphia.
Dirt ball, chase ball, slider. Great job, Tucker. Let's add on, boys. Add on. Because in this bandbox, 1-0 is like a half-run lead. But a lead nonetheless. Tucker Davidson, I believe you're here to stay, bud. That was absolutely awesome.
And now the networks I join are private. So long, hackers and trackers finding my personal information. Hello to a phone plan that keeps me safe and secure. Goodbye, everything you can. Hello, Google Fi.
Checking the old Twitter.
Are you or someone you know suffering from drugs or alcohol and need help? With private insurance, treatment may be available at little or no cost. By calling us with the patient's private insurance card, we will explain all treatment options. Admissions counselors are standing by. All calls are confidential. This is a free service. Take the first step. Let us help you today.
Call today 800-20.
Absolutely fabulous there. Hopefully we get a couple runs too.
I noticed lots of you come to Hawaii to try and surf, yeah? So we asked our friend Kelly Slater to demonstrate how to catch a big wave.
Pretty simple. Gotta catch them before they break.
I caught one too, bro.
Good one, bro.
You got an arm on you. Gotta hurt my hand.
Play diddly.
Checking on.
Mahalo.
7's up.
Looks like we might have a game 3 take it all, winner take all in the softball World Series, and it's been absolutely incredible with Odyssey Alexander, Florida State continuing their elimination magic, winning 8 in a row. Oklahoma coming from the loser's bracket as well. Usually you only have a 7% chance, but
Pats on the back for the young left-hander. He'll be done after
Wander Suero,
Ranger Suarez is on.
I'm sorry, Ranger Suarez. I was going with the Washington righty, but it is Ranger Suarez, who has been absolutely incredible. 10 games, 17 innings, 0 ERA. So let's change that with a big crooked number. Or just 1, 2, 3.
So Ranger Suarez
Start with 1.
Williams moves to third base. And Odubel Herrera takes over in center. That's why they like Williams. He can play all the infield spots and all the outfield spots.
hit.
Girardi makes the first series of changes tonight.
Adrianza
Out of the game as Adrianza
pinch hitting.
Tucker Davidson tonight. Can't say enough about this kid. First road start in the big leagues. 6 shutout innings against the big bad Phillies. Oh, by the way, he held him to 4 hits. 4 strikeouts. He walked only 1 man. That was Bryce Harper.
1-1 to Ed here.
They did last night in the 8th inning in particular, when they scored 5 runs and came back from a 1-run deficit.
Get it started again.
Across the tops from Suarez, it's
nearly nipped him on the toe. 2-1.
Atlanta's out hit the Phillies 8-4 so far in the game. And that's popped out of play. It's
2-2 outside fastball.
The 12 1/3 inning scoreless streak for Suarez is the longest by a Phillies reliever this year. As you see the new defensive lineup, Herrera in center, Luke Williams moves to third.
2-2.
6 total hits allowed by Ranger Suarez.
Nasty slider there, or changeup. Outside corner. Nothing here could do with that unless he went the other way, but he tried to pull it. Strikeout.
And send all of your favorite Braves to the Midsummer Classic. Rep the A by voting daily at Braves.com/All-Star. After a big night last night, Acuna's had a quiet night tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Looking for a whole number of milestones.
Come on, Ronnie.
Including home run number 100. And in for a strike.
93 fastball. Must have been looking for something else there. Or just didn't expect him to. Weave it right down the middle.
Right off his knuckles and out of play.
94 fastball. Quickly 0-2. Fouled that one off.
It'll be Williams, Torres, and Odubel Herrera. That has chased Zach Eflin. He didn't pitch all that bad either. 6 innings, 1 run. But 3 straight singles in the 6th inning cost him the only run in this game.
Good swing. Go.
Did he get enough? No.
Ah. That was number 100.
Suarez thought he got it.
Maybe the nitrogen or the little off.
Ballpark big enough to hold Ronald Acuna Jr. Let's see what Freddie Freeman can do. He is 0 for 3, a strikeout and a double play.
I thought he got that one. Dang it. That would have been nice. Good swing, though. I thought he got that one. Citizens Banks fooled me this series like Tom got it.
Stick around for the stretch. It's presented by Synovus. Nick Green and Jerome Jurinovich will break down the first 3 starts this year for Tucker Davidson. They've all been excellent.
Good swing. Foul off. Got him in on him just enough.
One ball, 1 strike. And center cut, Freddie couldn't pull the trigger.
He's in between. Well, he's in between, and then he'll get a line drive right at somebody, probably. The way things are going. But he still works 2, 3, 2, at least 5, 6, 7 pitches every at bat. So maybe it's just one of those years that makes no sense, but you make them anyway.
Suarez pitching as carefully to Freddie Freeman as Tucker Davidson did to Bryce Harper earlier in the game. Boy, the excitement for Tucker when he struck out Harper. So then the Phillies 5th. That was great. That was big out for him, and he knew it. 3-2. And Freeman caught looking, a fastball right down Broadway, and Suarez strikes out.
Freddie is so in between.
Inning of relief. Time for the stretch.
It happens to the best.
The stretch is presented by Synovus, where small.
As annoying as it is, it's just might be one of those years.
I'm here to tell you.
1, 2, 3, pretty easy breezy. Other than that Acuna drive, unfortunately, didn't get enough of it.
Not one single penny. Come join the movement and let the sun shine in.
Davidson is obviously running with it and feels like he can get the job done. Stitt's got confidence in him, said he deserves more starts. They're going to stick with him and see how he does. Well, it's really paid off. I liked him in his first start. I thought he did a good job. Even better in the second start. The fastball velocity is good. The life on the fastball is good. He's able to pitch the top and the bottom of the zone, which I really, really like.
Now we got, the adventures of the Braves bullpen. So we'll see which version we get.
Today he hadn't gone left to right quite as well as he did last time out. But overall, he has been really good. You check out these numbers. The whip is under 1. 14 strikeouts. The walks can go down a little bit. I felt like today he was more in the right direction there. The opponents are only hitting 164 against him. Jerome, this kid is showing that he belongs. He's gotten the job done.
That ERA 1.53 is outstanding. So you sit there and you don't see an overpowering pitch, but you see the fact that he mixes it up. For such a young guy, how impressed are you with that?
I'm really impressed. And the fact that he's able to throw a slider from 84 to 90 miles an hour makes it essentially 2 pitches. He used it a ton today. Well, he didn't use it quite as much.
Freddie just needs a couple good games to go his way, and hopefully that'll. But he's had a few of those, and then it just goes back to the doldrums a bit. But we'll see what happens.
More Braves baseball after a word from Synovus.
Big wins can come from small taps.
As far as she hit it.
One nothing lead in Philly. Really good, but also feels.
Her family had done for her. I know, reminding us that she gave that to her dad, Levi. He's in possession just as much her family's and her team as it is hers, and she's got another base hit.
I mean, just her day tonight, her night the leagues last season with it being down, just to come up here, it's been impressive. And guys, Acuna calling him a superstar in the making. He believes that he's got that.
Luke Williams, you might see possible bunt with his speed leading off an inning. Tyler Matzik back out there for back-to-back days. Did give up a single to Brad Miller, but was able to strand a couple important base runners in the sixth after Shane Green struggled in his debut. 1-0 fastball away.
4-game losing streak during which the Phillies scored 10 runs. They gave him no runs tonight.
Make him earn it. Mats, make him earn it.
So Luke Williams with a double last time up versus Matzik. And it sets up nicely.
Good breaking ball there. Get you in the count.
You can go in any way you want to get to the ninth inning. And with the Phillies' troubles against lefties, you'd figure Matzik, Minter, Smith and company, they're on red alert for the final 9 outs.
Yeah, you would think so. And, sets it up to use.
Good breaking ball there. 1 and 2.
Matzik pitched last night, 2/3 to an inning, gave up a hit and a walk.
Good stranded.
Turnaround for both these clubs tomorrow, 105 series wrap-up. But as you said, win the series, worry about tonight, and tomorrow, the pitch.
Ooh, over that one.
Just a little high and outside.
Overthrew that one, hit the bull, win a stake. Well, he can't hit that one. Overthrew it.
Series for the Phillies at home, the netting behind home plate collapsed. They had a 20-minute delay. It covered up the dugout. It covered up the cameras. Let's not have that. No. As the catcher always does, he's studying.
Throw it to the
for some clues.
two,
He wants to throw.
not through.
The pitch. Breaking ball. They chased it up.
High, breaking ball. Higher than high.
And Matzek has his first of tonight's.
But really good there.
Yeah, it was a hanger, but as we say, higher than high, you can't do anything with it.
One out.
This will be the challenge with the foreign substance rules that baseball is going to supposedly start enacting next week. The weather's wet. How are you going to stay dry? Yep. But it's been that way for over 150 years. They'll figure something out.
Come on, Matt.
As Torre is 1 for 2, and infield hit back in the second inning. 1-0. Braves have the lead. And the strike.
Good breaking ball. Get him in the count.
Before the game with the complaints about grip. And you know better than I do. Cold weather, wet weather. You can either legislate something that all the teams can use besides the rosin bag, or this ball is popped down the left field line. Riley gives chase, won't get there. Fans may not
Inside fastball, pop foul.
If a ball was thrown in the dirt, it didn't get thrown out immediately. There was a scuff or a mark on it. It got used, right?
There were a lot of innings where I actually used one ball to get 3 outs.
Really?
Yes. So if it didn't go into the stands as a foul ball, you were getting it back.
Quickly ahead 0-2.
Rather than quibbling about what pitchers can and can't use, would it not be reasonable to expect if the ball has a little bit of a mark or a scuff that would provide a tacky surface and a friction-based area for the pitcher to feel the baseball coming off the hand?
I mean, it would, but it would also create an
Foul on
opportunity
the
for
slider,
pitchers
down
to
and in. Nice pitch.
to make the ball move.
Still 0-2.
Now, how is that any different than applying a foreign substance?
Well, because you're with a scuff, it's artificially moving in my mind. Right. With extra grip on your hand, you still got to manipulate the ball. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't help. I'm not suggesting that. You still have to do it.
This is On the Ground, and we got a Sunday hot band for his first 2 out.
Like, for instance,
2 outs and ground ball.
Throw a cutter, really, very good. But if I had a ball that had a scuff on it, I could throw a cutter.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay,
so,
that's fair.
So that's the ball doing it, not me.
But my point is, a ball's thrown from the pitcher to the catcher. It skips up there, the catcher throws it out immediately. That ball was just hit on the ground at Dansby Swanson. I guarantee you there's a mark on that ball.
Sure, they're most likely.
Yeah.
So why does that ball not get thrown out, and the one that's thrown to the catcher does?
Well, a lot of times that ball that does get hit on the ground gets thrown out. Now, we can't see. I don't know if they threw it out or not. But
A double Herrera.
But listen,
Came in the triple switch.
Or a tough situation for Major League Baseball because, I haven't followed it a ton. I've read some things here and there.
Nice fastball on the outside corner. Paint job. Got ahead 0-1.
That pitchers are using something
That they can control the ball.
Yes.
To the degree that they can.
Because it's a safety issue for them.
That's fair.
Right. Now, they may be going overboard, which obviously needs to be looked at and fixed and policed if that's the case. But
Went out there again. Didn't get the call, but really good pitch.
with a pitcher that has no idea where the ball is going. So it's Harper. Right. So if in some respect using, a little bit of pine tar or a little bit of suntan lotion or whatever, or, sunscreen gives you a little bit more tackiness on your hand to be able to control the ball. Hitters don't seem to be overly opposed to that. It's the next level.
Well, and as we know, whether it's
Nasty slider.
steam
Has-
signs, banging on trash can, whatever it is, the limit is always going to be
1-2 quickly.
And that's so. How do you legislate this, to your point, in a way that's going to be satisfactory to everybody? Safety for the batters and security for the pitchers that they know they can.
Swung and missed.
Was that tipped? Joe West says no. Herrera strikes out.
Woo!
And we will continue
Really good
the discussion and
inning for Matzek. Hopefully we can add on. Middle of the heart of the order up. Oz Oz, Riley, and Dansby. Hopefully we can add on, but that was a very impressive inning by Matzik there. Almost want him to go 2, but he would be on back-to-back days, even though he only threw, I think, 11 pitches. Had him bailing and wailing very, very solidly there. You probably go Minter, maybe, since they struggle so much with lefties. Martin has been our 8th inning guy, and then obviously Smith, our 9th inning guy. But couple more runs wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. I will be back. Nature is calling. Hopefully, we have a couple base runners by the time I get back.
We've created crumple zones and autonomous braking, actively keeping assist and blind spot assist. We've introduced airbags, side curve airbags, and now the first ever rear-mounted front impact airbags. All in the hope of never needing pay for
We go to the top of the 8th inning. 1-0 Braves is our score. Now a quick message from Zaxby's.
The chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich, only at Zaxby's.
Rain looks to have stopped in Philadelphia. Oh, man, our pal Jeff Francoeur sure wishes he was there right now. He loves the ice cream in Philadelphia.
Ice cream and cheesesteaks doesn't get any better than that.
Our buddy Frank in the Phillies press room is overly generous with the ice cream. That's all I'm going to say. You see my body. You can tell that I love seeing Frank. Hopefully we will in the days and years ahead as Ozzie Albies leads off for Atlanta. Braves looking to add to their lead. Big night for Ozzie. He's got 3 hits. Contreras has 3 hits. Braves have 8 in total. So that's been the dynamic duo in a 1-0 game. 2 singles and a triple for Ozzie tonight. Chris Martin is getting ready for the Phillies 8th inning. They're at the top of their order coming up. The Braves have retired, Tom, 11 straight hitters.
Yeah, it's been a pretty dominant performance here. Davidson now Matzik in his inning of work.
In this ballpark, 1 run, while you're glad to have it as the lead, is not entirely comfortable. No. Now with part of the order coming up for the Titans, the pitch is hammered to the left side. Nice play by Williams. Let's check out his arm. Little scatter shot, but Hoskins off the bag with a nice play. And Albies is retired for the first time, 1 man out. With the Mets leading against the Orioles, Atlanta needs to win this game to keep pace. They're 2.5 games back in the division. And Austin Riley is the Atlanta hitter. Austin's lined out softly twice and hit a comeback into the mound for a double play. So he hasn't gotten the ball out of the infield yet. See if he can change that.
Suarez has been impressive. Good combination of that sinker and changeup. Down in the zone. Sprinkles that in there every now and then to keep the hitters honest.
Look, guys that can throw 100 miles an hour, I love watching that. But guys that can pitch, so much fun. Unless, of course, you're trying to hit him. The 0-2 is upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Talk all the time about how pendulums in baseball swing back and forth. I wonder if we're starting to slowly see that pendulum change a little bit too. Less emphasis on total velocity and more on command.
Well, a balance in there somewhere.
Yeah,
right?
Sure. I mean, look at the Braves' attack tonight. They only have 2 extra base hits. But they've scored the only run. This one softly hit again towards second. Riley jammed himself and is out. Number 2, Suarez has faced 5 and has retired the ball. As we check out the T-Mobile coverage cam, Citizens Bank Park. It's a beauty. South Philadelphia, right across from the NBA arena. Not sure what they call that one anymore. The old Spectrum is across the street too. I forget what they call the new one. And I think it's Lincoln Financial Field is the home of the Eagles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the Wells Fargo Center. That's the hockey and basketball arena. Hawks gave the Sixers a run in game 2. They've done a good job in their series so far. So pleased at what the Hawks have done. They're on our Valley Sports list of sports programming. They've got a 1-1 series with the Sixers.
Okay, I am back.
So good luck to the Hawks the rest of the way.
Sorry for the nature calling. 2 quick outs for Suarez. Let's see.
1-0 Atlanta. Dansby takes outside. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Checking. Another lineup. Shocker by Ozzy and a ground out by Austin. Pitchers have had everybody's number.
27th pitch for Suarez coming up. Here it is.
I don't know if I'm happy that I didn't miss anything exciting. 3-1.
Offense from Joe West strike zone after the first couple of innings.
No. And that's partly reputation. They know that they're going to have a short leash with Joe, so got to leave it alone.
The pitch.
Yeah.
Is popped up into right center field. Bryce Harper glides over, says he has it. He does. 6 up, 6 down for Suarez. Chris Martin faces the top of the Phillies.
Yes, Tucker was amazing. Chris Martin, the next out of the chute after Suarez gets us in order quickly. Dansby kind of missed a breaking ball a little bit there, got under it. Whew. Man, I kind of don't want to say what I'm about to say. So I'm not going to. I'll say it at the end, hopefully.
They don't win this game that they need to get back to. What's gotten them here to this point is that short game. Realizing when they get runners on, hit and runs, the button runs. These 2 runs isn't going to cut it. This Oklahoma offense will score. The mindset is you have to be able to get more runs in a variety of different ways against them.
Sorry, gotta love the sinuses.
Stay sitting in here. Looks like it.
Keeps up when Freddie Freeman and the Braves battle Philly in a 3-game set. Live coverage leads off tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern on Valley Sports South and the Valley Sports app. Atlanta Braves baseball.
Top of the order.
By Delta Airlines. Keep climbing. Your local Ford dealer. And by the Georgia Lottery.
Tough task for Chris Martin.
Well, the big difference in this game has been defense. Atlanta's D has been very good for games 1 and 2 of the set. Needed a good defensive effort in a 1-run game. Chris Martin is on to pitch for the Braves.
Come on, Chris. Easy breezy, but
It's coming up June 16th, and that's presented by Comcast Business. The Braves will face the Red Sox, so don't miss a great matchup and your free
easy breezy, but
Braves.com. Game number 12 for Chris Martin, sparkling ERA, and the number in a one-run game that jumps out at you is that walk total.
Yeah, he doesn't walk many. He's been good.
And he's got the two righties, and then Harper and Hoskins lurking among the top four for the Phillies here in the eighth inning.
Outs, but
Martin is getting action for Atlanta. It is his first action of this series.
And 2 games in the Dodgers series, 2 scoreless innings.
Braves have held Gene Segura in check to this point. Segura is 0 for 3 tonight. Atlanta's run came thanks to 4 singles in the 6th inning. Contreras' third hit drove home Dansby Swanson. And a high breaking ball caught the zone, strike 1.
give me over breaking ball to get an count. Definitely not where he wanted it, but to get me in the count, it'll work. 0-1.
The Braves need 6 outs to clinch the series. They entered this series with the Phillies winless at Citizens Bank Park this year. They took care of that last night. Little pop to right. Acuna had his man play perfectly, and Segura
Popped to right. Acuna.
The Braves pitching staff.
Acuna, easy can of corn there. 1 out.
He singled in the first, one of just 4 Phillies hits.
JT Realmuto.
So a big cheer for Realmuto as the Phillies PA voice Dan Baker welcomes him to the plate. Realmuto 2 out of 7 in the series. One of those hits, a home run. Don't want that here.
Chip, don't put that in the universe. Come on, Martin. Good pitches.
Goes to work. And that's fouled away. It's a strike.
Breaking ball.
Braves have
Had him out in front. 0-1.
When they lead after 8 innings, they're undefeated, 25-0. That's why this is such a big frame for Chris Martin. Then you look for some 9th inning insurance with the bottom part of the Atlanta lineup coming up.
Come on, Mark. Took a bite out of Contreras. That's why we got a little
Phillies bullpen is busy.
delay.
2 scoreless innings from Ranger Suarez. Hector Neris, their closer, is getting loose. No balls and a strike for Realmuto.
Ooh.
For a breaking ball. It's 0-2.
That was a bit of a hanger. But he swung through it, thank God. 0-2. Don't do that again.
Braves would love to send the Phillies to 4 games under 500. Philadelphia, 28-31 so far this year. Like the Braves, just haven't gotten a whole lot of traction. But Atlanta has a chance to change that with a win tonight. It would be the Braves' 4th straight win and get them over 500 for the first time this season. They're pitching him away. Keep it down, Chris. 0-2 pitch. And it's shot the other way.
Attaboy, Freddie. Attaboy. A screaming Mimi right to Freddie, perfectly placed, and he's probably smiling because he's been the victim of that.
Keep it down. That ball ends up being up a little bit.
He did not keep it down, but perfectly placed
Perfectly positioned.
defense there for Freddie and the Braves. So 2 down.
So Bryce Harper is the hitter. Harper has walked once, struck out.
Harper.
Again, it seems like when this guy comes up, and from the Braves' perspective, it's a good thing, it's with nobody on base, and that's how you want to face him.
What would you say? He's had 31 at-bats this year with runners in scoring position?
32.
And Miller, their pinch hitter, has had
31.
And he doesn't stop.
94 mile an hour fastball.
Harper's your 2-3-4 hitter.
Really, really good there.
The guy that pinch hits and gets his
0-1.
almost as many at-bats as the guy that's making $300 million. That's really hard to believe. No balls and a strike for Harper. Sinker. Martin stumbled just a bit.
Sinker, absolutely amazing. Stumbled Martin or slider. I don't know if that was sinker or slider. But 88.
Look, we don't know how this at-bat's going to turn out, but he can come in and get 3 outs on 10, 11 pitches easily. So efficient.
Yeah, he's so efficient.
Come on, Mark. Finish it off, bud. Absolutely amazing. Blew it by Harper. Perfectly placed. 1, 2, 3. Easy breezy. Now let's get some insurance. 1-0 lead. Come on. That was fabulous. Boring. 1, 2, 3. Nothing exciting for. If I could clone a reliever, Chris Martin would probably be it. Yes, insurance, please. Thanks.
Sometimes a box is more than a box.
He's watching video of each pitcher, trying to assess how the best
Excuse
way
me?
is to steal a bag off of them. That's why he's so good at it. He studies it every day.
Now that a 10-game hit streak, he is not going anywhere. Ball 1 to Carlos Santana.
The Angels never make sense to me, and why I'm saying the Angels is because there's Wednesday Night Baseball on as well, but they just don't make sense to me. They have 2 of the best players in the world on the planet, and Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, and it just never comes together for whatever reason. All right, more runs, Braves. Suarez back out there for a third inning of work. Excuse me. Why not? 6 for 6. Can't argue it. Hopefully he makes a mistake and we pounce on it.
Well, Ranger Suarez is going to stay in the game for Joe Girardi. Why not? 6 up, 6 down. Hasn't thrown a ton of pitches. And I kind of like this strategy in this sense. The more you go to that bullpen, the more you increase the odds of finding a guy that might have a bad day.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's always the issue, right? The more that door opens, the more your odds increase somebody's going to be off. This guy has not been off.
Come on, neighbor.
Almonte will bat right-handed here. He's reached twice tonight. He's walked and singled. 28 pitches for Suarez. Number 29 is scalded to short. Nice pick. Throw to first and dug out by Hoskins. What a play.
How in the world they make that play with all their janky defense? A line drive smasher by Abraham Almonte. But we might take a look at it.
Stand at first. We'll see if the Braves challenge. And they won't.
Why?
Didi Gregorius on the IL with a bad elbow, and Hoskins had to go to his backside to handle that low throw.
He did stay on the bag. Dang it.
Good play.
That's the best defensive play this series, bar none, darn it. Atlanta line drive out Braves continues.
He has the game's only RBI.
Good swing.
Foul, I would imagine.
0-1.
Fastball. The subjects on Braves Live presented by Xfinity. We will hear from Brian Snitker. Hopefully Kelly Crow will have a post-game interview.
Will Smith does not give me the warm and fuzzies necessarily, but Contreras is on everything right now. Fouled that one straight back.
11 road games for a young guy. 4 homers, 10 RBI, 10 run this series, 6 for 7 with a double, a homer, and 3 RBI. Not afraid of going on the road.
Good foul off there. 0-2 on a breaking ball.
So Contreras not the only star getting it done on the road tonight. Tucker Davidson. His first road game, Ron Washington got booed because he couldn't get the ball over the net the first time.
Come on, Wash.
Oh, Wash.
He's the best.
1-2. Wash couldn't get it over the net, and then he got booed by the Philly crowd, and he said, I'm going to do it again, and he did get it over.
Can't wait to see him when the Braves get back to town next Tuesday. The pitch in the dirt. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Back to a 2 count.
Looking ahead to the Philadelphia ninth. 4, 5, and 6. Will Smith is getting ready in the Braves bullpen. He'll try to close it out.
Yeah.
And there's the end of the perfect night. Contreras went fishing, didn't get it.
Contreras got a slider a little farther. They couldn't reach strikeout. Or change up, sorry. Can't tell the difference sometimes. Change up.
Is something filthy or dirty? Which one's?
I think filthy, dirty, probably the same. Same? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Guillermo Heredia would like to run into one right here, and I would definitely not mind that.
However you describe it, you're right. It's a good pitch. And his numbers showed you why Joe Girardi not afraid to pitch in multiple innings. He needs to give his bullpen a breather after last night's disaster. And Heredia hoping to reach to bring Pablo Sandoval up here in the ninth. And a shot in the air towards center. Herrera with
a line drive to Adubel Herrera. 3 up, 3 down. Will, come on, Willie. Come on, Will Smith. Slam it. Slam the door, bud. Come on.
We've all changed.
Please slam the door.
And reach new heights.
Another line drive out. I swear. Atlanta line drive Braves should be our nickname. That's why we lead the league in a hard hit rate.
Keep climbing.
With a SunTrust checking account, you can bank virtually wherever and whenever you want to bank. Use our mobile app to deposit checks and then get back on your way.
Love you. Come on, Will. Come on, Will. Please.
Watch the Braves with the Valley Sports app. Get more team coverage, full game replays, and highlights.
Easy breezy, Will. Come on. Attack, bud.
On the Valley Sports app. Presented by Coors Light.
Well, here we go, Tommy. Exciting game. Well pitched, well played. Clutch hitting when the Braves needed it most. 1-0 is your score. And a couple of changes now. Guillermo Heredia moves to left field. Ender Inciarte is going to be your all-hands defensive center fielder.
Our better defense in with Ender Inciarte in center. Heredia shifts to left.
Middle of the order. It has been an exciting game. Like I said, 26 games there in the season.
Come on. Come on, Will. Come on, Will.
But that 1-0 game has been exciting. Been a lot of good pitching, some good defense, some premium on good defensive plays, some clutch pitching in and out of some jams. Been a fun game to watch. Old school.
Come on, Willie. Come on, Willie.
And that's exactly how Will Smith likes it. He's an old school kind of pitcher. If you're not the on-deck surfer, he'll let you know. And one more warm-up pitch, and then he'll go to work with Hoskins, McCutchen, and then the pitcher spot for Philadelphia.
Come on, Will. Come on, Will. Hoskins. McCutchen.
They've got Matt Joyce. They've got Travis Jankowski.
And then the pitcher
All
spot.
three of those guys can hit left-handed. Knapp's a right-handed hitter. Or excuse me, a switch hitter, but can bat right-handed.
Come on, outs, bud. Come on.
And that's it. So again, like I said last night, is why you love having a man who can close from the left side. Makes it awfully tough to pitch hit in close games. So Hoskins is 0 for 3. And takes upstairs.
Inside fastball, ball 1. Good pitch. Didn't get the call. But it was in.
Will Smith, 11 out of 11 in saves. Tried to save the first big league win for Tucker Davidson tonight, who was absolutely
Smashed foul.
6 innings of
But
4 hits.
good fastball attacking.
Martin, a scoreless inning apiece.
1-1.
Rays have only walked 1 man in this game. And looking for their 4th shutout of the season, their first since late April against the Cubs.
Come on. Inside curve. Didn't get the call. 2-1.
Yeah, this is a dangerous hitter in Hoskins. A couple of years ago, he led the National League in walk.
At the moment, but I'm gonna try not to.
He hasn't been nearly as patient. And knowing the Phillies need base runners, one would expect.
Come on, Will. Come on, bud.
Let's see what Smith does. 2-1.
Make him earn it.
Foul away.
Woo!
Fastball. 2 balls, 2
Fastball. Tried to go in, left it out over, but he fouled it off.
No hits in the series.
2-2.
McCutcheon 1 for 8. Waits on deck.
Whatever you do, make him earn it. Be confident. Come on.
The 2-2 pitch. Strike.
Woo! We got a Joe West call.
Is retired, 1 out.
We got a Joe West call on that one, but fastball 94.
He was smiling after he booed his guy.
But great presentation by Contreras there. Yeah.
That falls under the too close to take. Exactly. So here's McCutcheon. He's a dangerous hitter. 10 homers for the Phillies left fielder. He had a great at bat last time up, but flied out. And had a healthy cut there. Strike 1. A 10-pitch at bat.
Strike 1. Fastball.
6th inning. Also lined hard to left in the 1st inning. That was the sprawling catch made by Almonte that tore up about 50 feet of turf.
We're taking a whole sand bottle to fix that, did it?
Phillies have their rally caps on. They're down a run.
Slider across the shoe tops. 1-1.
Hopeful that Will Smith can make it 12 for 12 in saves. Hector Neris getting ready in case the Phillies tie it. Breaking ball, foul.
Good breaking ball. Down and in. 1-2. Keep it there, Will. Keep it there.
To be the first guy to tell you last year, his year never got on track. He was one of many around Major League Baseball that was working uphill, I guess is the best way to describe it, with all the COVID starts and stops.
Come on, bud.
His spring training, his fastball was back. He's used that pretty well. And you can't argue with the final save results. And Contreras took some punishment. Fouled at play, ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it seemed like last year, like he had COVID.
Fouled off.
Where they thought he did,
kept testing
positive. Right. But he, was ready to go.
Took a big bite out of Contreras there.
It just seemed like he was forever playing catch up, tried to hurry up through the process to get back as quick as he could, and just never could get back on track. But he's had a good year this year.
Come on, Will.
Pitching off his fastball a little bit more, which has been effective for him.
And let me correct what I said in a moment. First pitch. I don't think
2-2. One action here.
Symptomatic, but felt like he had something, right? And everything was inconclusive. So out of
Come on, bud.
they acted like he
Come on, bud.
was positive last year. That's a better way of saying it.
Come on.
And that was frustrating for Will Smith. He Wasn't allowed to participate until he got the all clear. Now, all is clear for a 2-2 pitch.
Ooh.
Good take by McCutcheon, full count.
3-2 down fastball, great take, but you need action, no walk. You need action, no walk. Come on, bud.
After Andrew McCutcheon, another long at bat for a man that's led off.
Come on, bud. Come on, Will. Win it.
Batting fifth tonight.
Fouled off a fastball, kind of center cut. Got away with it. 3-2 still. 3-2 still. This is how I react when the games are close. So this is a bit of behind the scenes, but actually watching it with me.
He lost it.
One out walk. Dang it on the inside fastball. Brad Miller up at the dish. No!
So that gives the Philly faithful some hope. Pitcher spot is due next. Let's see who Joe Girardi calls on.
No. All right, hopefully it'll roll over. This is a way too well-pitched game and a way too good game for us to lose it. Please don't. Come on.
If memory serves, when things weren't going well for the Phillies, when Harper was
Come on, bud.
this guy hitting in the middle of their lineup.
Yeah, he's a good piece of your puzzle coming off the bench.
You just did not want to walk there. Damn it. Sorry
So
for
three
that.
perfect innings in relief.
Come on. Out.
And Miller pops it up on the first pitch. Thank you very much. After a walk.
First pitch pop up. 2 outs.
Braves are out of the way.
2 outs. 2 outs. One more, bud.
Now it's the rookie Luke Williams. He's the final Phillies hope. At least he's scheduled. And here he comes.
The rookie Luke Williams. He's had a double in an infield single to start his career. Come on, bud.
One more out to get. The Braves are over 500. Hands held close to the body by Williams. 2 hits in the series. And a strike.
Inside curveball called strike.
Williams facing a guy like Smith, or Smith facing a man he's never seen before.
It can go both ways a little bit.
Come on, Will. Out.
This kid's got good speed. Got to field it cleanly if you want to get him. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a drive hit to left field. And dig, that ball is...
No! A walk-off homer on a hanging curveball. No! You didn't want the walk. Son of a words. No! Son of a... Dang it! No! We can't get over that 500 mark! Dang it! Such a good game!
The homer hurts, but the walk hurts more.
No, you can't! Oh, man! Will Smith!
Living a dream. 2 big league games. His first big league.
No, man! No!
His first big
But...
extra base hit. And now, Tom, his first walk-off.
No!
Up the series, and the Phillies win it 2-1.
Well, that's like you said. There's an unfamiliarity on both sides of it.
Dang it, a hanging curveball. Dang it, that was such a good game and we blew it. No! God, Will! That stinks.
Hopes of getting over 500 dashed. Short porch you left, and look at the reaction. What a dream come true. What an amazing...
Damn it, it's like this Scott Kingery won last year off Mark Melanson. No!
And this one, a huge one.
Gotta throw your fastball, man.
And he barreled that ball
It was the same spot as the first curveball.
At Citizens Bank Park. Wow.
Dang it!
So,
See you guys.
you got a day game tomorrow.
Gosh, that hurts.